tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though? Happy Victory Monday. I'm your boy Eazy. It's my guy Spin Mo Rex.
What up, though?
Yo, Chris. No JB Smooth today, but we do got Kenny, the G in the building. Hit that like button. 5-star review on all podcast platforms. We appreciate you guys. We are the Woodward Heavyweights. Detroit Lions fresh off a dub. We gotta be honest with you. You came here to listen and talk about anything else. You fucked up.
You mean for a long day.
You for a long day. It's all Detroit Lions today.
My birthday can't get no Piston talk.
Not even your birthday can't get no Pistons talk. Hey, happy birthday to Chris Platte in the building. How old are you?
Yeah.
28.
35.
Let's go, man.
Nowhere near 30.
What are you doing to celebrate your birthday?
Working.
Nice.
Working.
Nothing
I'm gonna go out this weekend. I'm figuring out a spot and I'm gonna go out this weekend. Have a good time with all the friends.
Yeah.
Nice.
Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday,
Appreciate
Chris.
Thanks for showing up on your birthday.
Of course,
Spencer.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just a regular day for me. Like, I just work. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those divas that just needs to take the day off, and pamper themselves. And
I mean, if you have an
I'm
appointment
just here
to
to
do
work.
things
I'm
that
just
day,
here to work.
then you take the day off.
Spencer had a dick
If you don't got
appointment.
anything going on, it's fair. You got nothing better to do than work on your birthday. It's on you, brother.
Oh. Different strokes for different folks. Pause. Speaking of different folks, I gotta send you the picture from this first, or I can just read from it. Rashard Mendenhall,
Yeah.
former running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Remember him?
Yeah.
He had sent out a tweet today, and forgive me, let me find it real quick, because I want to read it verbatim, because it is kind of, I don't want to alter any words in this one, because it's kind of wild. But essentially, no, I'll find it right now. Hold on. I'm not going to jump on anything. There we go. Rashard Mendenhall. Now I get this picture to you too, Chris. I apologize. Let me say it real quick. He says, I'm sick of average white guys commenting on football.
Hey.
Y'all not even good at football.
Triggered.
Can we please replace the Pro Bowl with the all black versus all white bowl?
Oh, shit.
So these cats
The race bowl.
can stop trying to teach me who's good at football. I'm better than your GOAT. In quote, Rashard Mendenhall.
Okay.
It's from his actual Twitter account today.
Talk your shit, man.
Talk your shit. Chris, I'm going to get this into you. So the boys in the chat, we sent it. And,
We debated.
yeah, Spenny, openly admitted that secondary's cooked.
Oh, we're getting cooked. Yeah, secondary's getting cooked for sure. We got Harrison Smith. That's about it.
You said CMC gonna have to play both ways.
CMC's gonna have to play quarterback and running back out there. I don't know who we're gonna have at corner. Like maybe we could throw Josh Allen at strong safety.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, Josh Allen.
Yeah,
safety,
Josh Allen,
strong
Harrison
safety.
Smith is the safety tandem. Maybe we put Hunter Renfro and Christian McCaffrey at cornerback.
Y'all have good linebackers, though.
We'll have good linebackers. We'll have a good offensive line. Real good tight ends. Real good tight end. Like, tight end room's gonna be crazy. Coaching staff's gonna be pretty damn good. We got the kickers on lock, boy.
Y'all got the kick game. We kicking no field goals.
Games on
That's
lock.
what I'm saying, bro. All we got to do is get to their 35, and it's a wrap. It's a wrap. We're in there like swimwear.
That's fair. We just
Unless
gotta,
it's Riley Patterson.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
We just got to hold the black team to field goals, because I don't even know if there's a single black field goal
It's all
kicker.
touchdowns.
Yeah.
All 80-yard bounds from us, bro.
It's we're gonna be playing a lot of 11 personnel. We're putting as many tight ends on the field as we can. We're gonna be playing some Richie Incognito bully football.
Stick it to the fundamentals,
Stick to the fundamentals. Yeah.
We need to play fundamental sound football.
Playing the game the right way.
Play for one another,
Big motors. Honestly, your defensive line, I was thinking though, like
Defensive line would be
Bosa's,
good. Bosa's,
Hutch,
yeah. Max Crosby,
we get Max.
T.J. Watt. You do not
We
get Max,
bro.
You do not get Max.
We get Max.
Not a chance.
So I was kind of.
What do you mean we? You're on the misfit team.
So that's what I'm saying. I was
your own
kind of
team.
conflicted. Yeah, I was kind of conflicted. I got
You're a
playing
referee.
both sides a little bit. So I was like, look, Polynesians, Latinos, and as mixed people, we'll be the misfits.
Man, I ain't never gonna play.
The miscellaneous misfits. And I truly think we would win.
You guys would have the squad.
All offensive line would also be stacked.
Yeah.
We got Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
I know, right?
Mike Evans, Amon St. Brown,
Yeah.
Michael Pittman. Come on, defense, Kyle Hamilton, Fred Warner.
Yeah. That's it.
Christian Gonzalez. I'm just saying. I think we take the chip. Just the offense alone.
I mean, the lesson I learned from all of this is that if Hutch wants some help on that line, he's got to team up with the Whites.
Yeah, bro. It's both the Bosas,
Hey, the Bosas
TJ Watt.
The Bosas like, this is what I've been talking about.
TJ Watt, Max Crosby. Like, we'll have some good edge rushers for sure, but the secondary is going to be lacking. Yeah. It's going to be lacking.
We got to get to that quarterback.
Yeah, got to get to that quarterback. Cannot leave those guys out there on an island with Tyreek Hill running around out there.
Oh, my God. I didn't even think about Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek would cook the
Oh, my God. For sure. It'd be bad.
Who are you lining up against Tyreek?
We're bracketing Tyreek Hill. You know, we're gonna have Christian McCaffrey as our cornerback one, so he's gonna be on Tyreek Hill, and then we'll have Harrison Smith over top. And like I said, Josh Allen will be playing strong safety, and we'll probably have Hunter Renfrow at cornerback too. So, can we call up DeJong from Iowa? Can we like how the Olympic team calls up a college kid every year?
Because it's so bad. We might allow it. We might allow it.
Can we get Eric Weddle to come out of retirement? Like,
Kenny, you got any thoughts on the all-race bowl?
I'll just line it up. Let's see it, bro. 80-yard bombs all day. That's all I know.
We just got to get to the quarterback, and we got to win the trenches.
Lamar would for sure be starting quarterback, right? Or
yeah.
Fields looks nice.
Fields looks pretty nice too.
Goff wouldn't be starting for us. I'll tell you that.
Hell no. Goff would be like the what do you call it? Place kicker?
Cooper DeJean. Yeah, that's who it is.
I see somebody said that we would have Panay. Yes, we would have Panay. We'd also have Jordan. Who's the guy from Philadelphia offensive line?
Jordan Mailata.
We'd have him.
Yeah.
Big V's injured, but like for this situation, we just healing everybody.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a magical heal process.
Is what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying. The offensive line Samoan. All right, Patrick Mahomes back there. We're nice, bro.
Yeah.
Our running back, I don't know.
Yeah. The Whites might be
Jonathan Taylor. Is Jonathan Taylor mixed?
No, I don't think so. Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah.
We'll take it. You know,
that's fair.
We won't be doing much running. Our coach, Mike McDaniels.
We're gonna run the ball a lot.
Yeah.
We're gonna have 2 tight ends, 2 quarterbacks on the field at the same time. So it'll be like Joe Burrow throwing a backwards pass to Brock Purdy, who does a pitch to George Kittle with Travis Kelce coming on a reverse.
I hope you got enough time for that. The black team is blitzing every play. Every play is a blitz.
That's fair. And we got blitz beaters, man. We're gonna throw some bubble screens to Christian McCaffrey.
Where would Milano fall? Is he on my team or your team?
I don't know.
Where's Matt Milano in this situation?
Matt Milano?
Yeah.
I guess he would fall on your team, right?
Right? It sounds like it.
Yeah.
He's a little out of tone. I put the tweet out on Twitter, and the Italians put themselves in the transfer portal. We got Sicilians that think about joining the black team, and the regular Italians said the spicy whites want to join the Misfits.
Yeah. Rashad Mendenhall, man, he might have cooked something up. Like,
honest to God, I mean, he'd definitely be cook on defense for sure.
Yeah.
I would watch that shit all day.
I would watch it too, for sure. We'd play, we'd rush.
No way the NFL would allow it, though. The good old boys club would never allow that shit.
Yeah, no. We'd rush
never
5.
Allow that
we'd
shit.
rush 5. Our rush would be Bosa, Watt, Hutch, Crosby.
Your defensive line would be disgusting.
We'd rush those 5, and then we'd put everybody else 40 yards back.
Right.
Put everybody else 40 yards back in coverage.
Yeah, that's all you got to do. Yeah. Just tackle them.
Just tackle, yeah.
That's it.
And hold them to field goals. If we can hold them to field goals, we might have a chance.
Lucas said you guys get Reed Blankenship. All right. All right.
Who gets Young Hoku?
Yeah. He goes to the Misfits team.
He's on his own team.
Yeah. He's on his own team.
Just him.
Young hoes against the world.
Patrick Chung.
Yeah, he gets Patrick Chung.
Yeah.
Speaking of whites taking L, Colby Covington.
Colby Covington got his ass whooped.
Well deserved L.
Yeah, for
well
sure.
deserved L. Unfortunately, he didn't get to finish Leon Edwards, but
he just got outclassed.
Yeah. Oh,
he got out wrestled.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. He obviously lost the stand up. Like Leon took it to him, man.
Yeah. Hit the like button if you guys haven't already too. We like you no matter which team you play for. We're still fans. It's not that type of show. It's Chris's birthday. Hit the like button for Chris's birthday.
Hit the like button for Chris's birthday.
But yeah, Leon Edwards with the win. Pantoja with his win.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. I know we watched the Bryce Mitchell knockout.
Yeah.
Did you see him convulsing?
Yeah.
Afterward.
That was bad.
That was rough. That was rough. And speaking of ass whoopings, obviously we got the Detroit Lions.
The
Broncos
getting
talk about.
in them Broncos
that
ass.
was beautiful.
Yeah.
A Cowboys took an L. This is like I know it's kind of like It's irrelevant for the sake of, like, obviously we're talking about Detroit sports, but we're talking about the number 2 seed. The Cowboys taking the L was needed, and I think I feel a little bit more confident. Actually, I should be asking you because you're the one chalking up as a loss already. Do you see how many yards that James Cook had yesterday?
Yeah.
184 rushing yards.
Oh, yeah. He was toting that bitch.
What do Detroit Lions do best?
They run the ball.
Well, I've been telling you, we got the recipe to whooping these Cowboys. I'm telling you, it's going to be a lot closer than people think. I'm just letting you guys know. We're coming for that number 2 seed. Or am I allowed to say number 1 seed? Is that?
Uh-oh.
Are we allowed to speak?
Don't get to talking crazy.
Can we
I
calm
don't
down?
think so.
Can we calm down? Okay.
Yeah, I think we need to calm down a little bit on that.
Well, listen. I know I've been abusive of some of your guys' fair player. But the Lions get that number 2 seed. Things are looking up.
Yeah.
Like big up. Like you may be indoors for the remainder of the playoffs. Indoor California.
Indoors.
Is that a real song or you just
It's
just
from
sing it?
SpongeBob.
Yeah,
man.
it is.
Oh, I've never seen that one. Either way, Buffalo exposed the Cowboys. I mean, Cowboys they haven't beat anybody.
Yeah.
They beat the Philadelphia Eagles.
And they don't play on the road.
Yeah. They don't win on the road. They do play on the road. They lost to the teams like the Cardinals. Like, I'm really not that nervous about
The
that.
best part about it, Josh Allen under 100 yards passing.
Yeah. They didn't have to do
Beautiful,
anything.
man.
94 yards.
They saved me from the hot dog suit, so got to give it up.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
true.
Who was in there?
I think it might be Chris. I don't know. I'm gonna check.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
We're not gonna make
Obviously,
him
slide
Happy
today.
birthday.
Yeah, because it's your birthday and whatnot. But tomorrow, you get 28-year-old in a hot dog
Tomorrow.
suit. How's that feel?
Hey, better than a 30-plus-year-old in a hot dog.
Hey.
Hey!
Big facts.
Old ass motherfucker.
What?
Facts. 100%.
How much have they buried golf here in the first 10 minutes? None
None at all, actually.
Yeah, not at all.
Not yet.
Not
Into
yet.
it.
Don't worry.
Hey, don't
It's
worry.
coming. It's on the way.
Whoa,
Big
wait,
step on the
bro,
way.
What do you want us to
This
say? I don't understand fucking people like that. How much did they bury Goff? He had a great game. Like, well, Jared Goff had a great game. You can say that. It's not crazy.
5 TDs.
Yeah, but
Like,
you're
yeah,
not
he-
allowed to ever criticize somebody
No.
and then give them credit. You just can't. You can't do that. You
Yeah,
can't
no.
do that. If they have a good game, they're good forever. If they have a bad game, it was just a bad game.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true.
That's a good
This is how
point.
sports works.
No, this is
No,
how he
Jared Goff
works.
had a
He's our
great
Lord
game.
and Savior. He can do it all.
Yeah, 5 touchdowns. The
No picks.
career high 5 touchdowns for him. The rookies went out there, took care of business. Jameer Gibbs looked great. Sam Laporta looked great. The defense looked great. We got a lot to talk about. Lions went out there and made plays for sure.
They absolutely did. And real quick, too, speaking of Detroit Lions and winning, following the win, season ticket holders got their email to renew. 83% increase in ticket prices. Is that not fucked up? Like a little bit? Like
I need that birthday parlay to hit.
like exactly. But I mean, from one point, I guess I could understand that. Like, okay, like tickets are selling like hotcakes, obviously. But another point, like, aren't you going to reward the fans that like been paying for like the shit product you've been putting out for years and years and years? Like I get there's going to be like more openly available seats now that you could sell for like buco bucks just as you're doing the season tickets. But like, it's kind of, is that not fucked up a little bit?
It is a little fucked up. But who?
What are you doing? Over
I'm
there?
trying to see who's in the hot dog suit. Who won? New Orleans or the Giants? New Orleans won.
New Orleans
Orleans
won.
Okay, so I got the dub there. Indy won. Cincinnati won. We all picked Cincinnati. We all picked, or no, Chris and KG both picked Pittsburgh.
It might be me.
I tried, man.
Me and Chris picked New Orleans. You and KG picked the Giants. I'm the only one who picked Tampa Bay.
Spencer always be copying me.
Chris picked Houston. He was the only one who picked Houston.
Yeah, they came back.
I thought I picked
Yeah,
Houston.
that's
oh, wait,
right.
no, I
No, I
switched
think it is.
Yeah,
Easy,
because
I think
CJ
it is
Stroud was
you.
out.
No such thing. We don't even do that anymore. I don't know what we're talking about, guys.
Yeah, it's
tell
you.
us about big boys,
Because
Spencer.
you picked the Giants, Green Bay, and
Damn, how does
Tennessee.
it feel
Tell
to
us
be
about Big
30
Boy.
plus in a hot dog suit?
Giants, Green Bay, and Tennessee. I got you. Let me tell you about Big Boy. Wintertime in Detroit is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the veal parmesan or the new Southern Comfort chicken bowl. How about breakfast? The stuffed potato pancakes are back. The classic lumberjack or the Santa Fe garden. Also, the new apple pie hotcakes that are too good to miss. Top it all off with a gingerbread shake for dessert. Stop by your local Big Boy today.
And Jack Labrador.
And Jack Labrador. Has watching and arguing about sports made you a last-minute holiday shopper, feeling more pressure than Jared Goff in the pocket behind an injured O-line? Jack Labrador has you covered. It'll change your gifting game and in-your-face heads-up play that'll have you at the edge of your seat. It's one deck that brings 3 games to the table, perfect for your lazy last-minute shoppers like you. Jack Labrador is the ultimate gift that keeps giving and brings the holiday fun. Scan the QR code above or go to jacklabrador.com to get your decks today.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equipment Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Shop your home and auto insurance with the best. It's my guy Mark with Swiss Insurance. Contact him at 248-800-4177 or email him at mark@swissins.com. What up, though? Welcome back to Order That Waits Live on Sports.com. I'm Eazy. Spin more racks.
What up, though?
Chris, Kenny G on the ones and twos. Smash that like button if you guys haven't already. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Much appreciated. And now it's time to talk about it.
Hell yeah.
Detroit Lions with a comeback game.
Slaughter.
Listen,
Making some horse burgers.
as I, last week, as we obviously
Put it down like Secretariat.
crucified some people. Yeah, they did.
Nice.
They really did.
That's a bar.
Told you guys last Monday, though, this was going to be a comeback game.
Yeah.
And then as the week progressed, it was going to be a whoop their fucking ass game. The way Dan Campbell hit that podium after the Chicago Bears game, to be honest with you, like I've seen Dan Campbell sad. I've seen him disappointed. I never seen him as pissed off as I did after that Bears game.
Yeah.
On top of that, he's facing his former mentor, Sean Payton. On top of that, they have one of the worst run defenses in the league. And on top of that, they're a little bit overrated, too. Yeah, they got quite a few turnovers, quite a few backup quarterbacks on that schedule, too. Still, like a respectable defense, though. I'm definitely cashing that win. But this had all the makings for the Detroit Lions to come back. If they were what we believed they were, if Dan Campbell is who we believed he was, that's what you guys should expect it.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people were freaking out about that one.
They are who we thought they were. And obviously the keys to the game that went right is why they won. Jared Goff, clean pocket most of the day, wasn't under a lot of duress, was not under a lot of pressure, was able to step up, make some things happen. Shout out to Frank Ragnow being back. That definitely helps. Number 2, they ran the ball. They established the run. Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery were toting that bitch up and down the field. Jahmyr Gibbs looks like a fucking stud, by the way. He looks fantastic. Breaking tackles, making things happen. And number 3, they won the turnover battle. They didn't turn the ball over, and they forced a couple turnovers. That is what you need to do for this Lions team. If you want to win, you go out there, you do all 3 of those things, you win all 3 of those facets, and you dominate the Denver Broncos. Surprise, surprise. It was a very good win on all levels, and they took care of business when they had to.
Speaking of offensive line, Frank Ragnow, well, I believe it was a week removed from meniscus surgery. Hit up Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell called him after the surgery. Dan Campbell said, actually, we have the clip. Chris, if you don't mind playing it, this is Dan Campbell talking about Frank Ragnow coming back from a meniscus surgery he had just 2 weeks ago.
Well, look, man, I know what that's like. I mean, there's nothing easy about that. And but I can tell you this, when it was done, I called Frank on the way out, and he probably didn't even remember it because what he was on. But I know this, he did say, I'll be back for the next game. I'll be back by practice on Wednesday, and sure enough, he was. And every day he kept telling me, I'll be ready next week. I'll be ready next week. And so that's how Frank is. Frank's going to will himself to – his mind controls his body, which we talk about all the time, and the good ones can do that. And no, he's what you already know. He's a tough dude, and he's a mind over matter. But ultimately, what it's about for him, I just go back to this. You can call it what you want. He is terrified of letting his teammates down. Like that means more to him than anything. It's just the way he is, and that's why guys respect the hell out of him.
Like not only the toughness to come back from meniscus surgery a week and a half after the fact, but it's the performance, the level he performed to still be in the amongst Pro Bowl elites when it comes to that center position. I personally find him as like the best. I know there's a young guy out there in KC that a lot of people put him over him, but I'm biased, quite clearly. I'm a Detroit Lions fan, rocking the Detroit Lions hoodie as we speak. But what the fuck, bro? A week and a half removed from meniscus surgery?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And my man was back out there battling 300-pound professional athletes?
At a high level, at one of the highest levels in the NFL. That's why you have him. That's why we love Frank so much. That's why he's so important to this team, is he is one of the best centers in the NFL. And yeah, coming off of a meniscus surgery to do what he was doing, it's crazy. It is a crazy, crazy thing, because it's so important to have that guy that anchors your offensive line, that guy in the middle, organizes everybody, gets everybody in their spots, knows the play calls. Like you said last week, he touches the ball every play just like the quarterback. So it's important to have a guy you trust in there. And shout out to Frank for making it happen. Shout out to Frank for coming off of that injury and playing like he never missed a beat.
That was amazing, bro. Cast your Pro Bowl votes right now. I find that like the specific details of how you do it, I know you could do it on X by like the hashtag Pro Bowl and put the name of the player or whatever. It needs to be done. Can you want to speak on Frank Ragnow coming back from meniscus surgery?
It was a great bounce back effort by the O-line, and he led the way. And also a great effort by Taylor Decker, and that in turn let Jared Goff go out there and throw for 5 touchdowns and not turn the ball over. He was only sacked 2 times, but yeah, you want to see that kind of effort. But coming back from meniscus surgery, I'm not coming to work a week after meniscus surgery, let alone going and playing against the Broncos. Yeah, it was damn good effort by him.
Mm-hmm. And then not only that too, like just in some of the points that Spain touched on, like how this team got it done. I think it's the execution. That's what it is for me. I get a lot of people wanted to bring up the offensive line. Go back to Chicago, it was Taylor Decker. You're starting left tackle getting worked constantly by Montez Sweat in that game. Not so much those interior guys. I think Javon Dexter actually did end up getting one. But the offensive line was still producing. Your running backs were still able to produce 60 yards apiece. It's kind of like went away from running the ball. And you know, the narrative, not a narrative, but we know what Jared Goff is in the cold. But there were still throws to be made. Everyone was kind of like bitching particularly about Ben Johnson's play calling. When I watched back that game in Chicago, I didn't necessarily see that. I saw some throws just not being made. Obviously, Amon-Ra had 2 uncharacteristic drops. One of them was towards like he was hitting the ground. I'm not really going to abuse him too much for that one. But I think it came down to execution. And I think Dan Campbell had that to say after the post game too, Chris, if you don't mind playing that one.
Yep.
Yeah, defense did a really good job today. I thought AG called a heck of a game. We had a couple of wrinkles in that we felt like would be good for us, and really they were. You know, the takeaway that we got. Yeah, look, practice. You know, it's practice. We practice full speed. We work. We compete, and so. You get a pretty good idea of what you think some of these players can do, and then you go with it. You know, you trust your gut and you go with it. And we felt like that was the right move. And Iffy's continued to grow, you know, and look, Iffy, his thing really has been the durability. Well, he's been helping.
That's the we'll get the other video up. But regardless, I think it comes down to execution. And as you know, when this team does execute. Because let's be real about it. A lot of people want to call it hate. No, your guy JG was not performing up to par. Those turnovers led to bad situations for a defense that's not really built to take on that much of an offensive load or just load on the field. And regardless, no matter who you're playing, it led in shitty situations. What happened Saturday night? The ball didn't turn over. He ended up having 5 touchdowns. That's what this offense is built to do. That's why you just need him to hit his cues on the mark, and that's why they call Ben Johnson a genius. And Jared Goff did that. he even got to stunting on him a little bit. Because one of the remarks that I made, and it's not just me, other people who watch football, he was throwing outside the numbers and everything. He did his damn thing. JG cashed in a good game, but that's what they needed him to do.
Yeah.
It was execution, and they did just that. And guess what? Routing the Denver Broncos at home 42-17. That's how it's done. Spinning.
Yeah, you needed that to happen. You needed Jared Goff to go out there and do that, and that's exactly what he did. We saw them get Jameson Williams more involved. He got 5-6 targets, which was amazing. He got some great catches. He made a couple nice catches, a couple nice plays. Jared Goff was spreading the ball around early. I think in the first half, 8 or 9 different receivers had a catch. It was impressive to see him going around, moving the ball around the field, take care of business. He was taking what was given to him. He wasn't going crazy in the pocket. If there was pressure around him, he was stepping up, making throws. That's the Jared Goff you saw for the first 8 games of the year this year.
And again, I can't bitch too much about the offensive line from the previous games because the running backs were still doing what they needed to do. I never thought it as a Ben Johnson thing, and I never saw it as that. I saw it as just executing the plays that were given. They did that and ended up whooping that ass, and I love it. One thing I wanted to say too. Shout out to JG. I just wanted to give him a shout. 5 touchdowns. Joining the company of Jameis Winston, Daniel Jones, and I'm just kidding. No, he did his thing. He did his thing for sure. But let's take a quick break because when I get back, I want to talk about these rookies. I want to talk about these Detroit Lions rookies putting in work because 5 touchdowns from those guys. 5 touchdowns out of this rookie class of Brad Holmes. But first, Speak, tell us about Lady Jane's.
Lady Jane's, you can come to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience and register to win a trip of your dreams and all expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That's right, no expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Since the dawn of moving people, Chevrolet has led the way. The world of transportation is changing. At Feldman Chevrolet, we are leading the charge forward. With every electric vehicle, every mile traveled, one Feldman at a time. The company that puts more Chevys on Michigan roads is now the #1 name for Chevy electric vehicles.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions Show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Feldman's #1 Chevy dealer in all of Michigan with over 18 locations in one in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find a close location near you. And check out Feldman Chevrolet in Novi for Woodward Sports live there every other Monday with the Morning Woodward Show in Big D Energy. I didn't get to catch Big D Energy today. I kind of wanted to hear because I know Neil.
You ain't want to see it.
I don't want to see it.
Nah.
Because I know he got called out last week when he was like talking about how he never talked about extending Jared Goff. Now I was wondering if he's talking about extending Jared Goff today. But I didn't peep the entire show. I was in and out of it. But either way, it's Chris's birthday. Smash the like button for this guy's show.
Happy birthday, Chris.
Smash that like button. Happy birthday, Chris. Give him a follow. That's at the real Chris Platte, not the fake one. I'm Eazy. That's Spin More Racks. We got Kenny G and the 1s and 2s. And we got a hell of a rookie class for the Detroit Lions. 5 touchdowns out of the rookie class alone this past Saturday. They clowned him. I'm talking about Brad Holmes. Immediately following the draft, it took us, and I'll admit myself too, it took me 24 hours to come around to like the Jahmyr Gibbs pick. I started watching a little bit of film of like Jamal Williams, Alvin Kamara. I was okay, I could see it. Then I kind of mixed in with the fact that you had a great offensive run game last year. It's like, okay, it makes a little bit more sense. And then the other one, though, Sam Laporta. I know that we just personally had the guest on, and there's a pertaining to the first-round picks, tight ends, that we were like, no first-round pick tight ends, or I'm going to fucking ride. I was just sick of that as a Detroit Lions fan. But trading back from getting our guy, Jalen Carter, This guy cashed in on both Jahmyr Gibbs and Sam Laporta with the following picks. 5 touchdowns just from those two alone.
Mm-hmm.
5 of them things, Vinny.
And they look pretty damn good doing it. Like Jahmyr Gibbs, it's so impressive what he does. He runs with a purpose. He breaks tackles like nobody's business. He fits into these little cracks, these holes in the defense, behind the offensive linemen, in between tacklers where guys can't get him. And he finishes runs. He finishes runs with strength. Like, that was the thing is, he's too small. He's never going to be an NFL running back. He's too small. He's not big enough. He puts people in the dirt. He puts his shoulder down. He puts people on the ground. So I love seeing that out of him. And Sam Laporta, I've had high expectations from him since the day we drafted him. I said he was going to have a better year than TJ Hawkinson did his rookie year, and he's way better than that. He is way past that. He's doing historic things at the tight end position that the NFL has never seen. So it's awesome to see these guys working in this Ben Johnson offense, getting open, making things happen, and coming on, especially late here in the year where Jahmyr Gibbs looks like Booner said it, Jahmyr Gibbs is better than Bijan Robinson. Jahmyr Gibbs is the best running back out of this class. Jahmyr Gibbs has proven that he can do everything. The way he runs the ball is not like he's better running the ball than Bijan Robinson. He is more elusive. He is stronger when finishing. It's impressive. It's extremely impressive to watch.
Listen, Jahmyr Gibbs is playing at a level that I'm not even comfortable discussing. Like, the shit we've been watching him do on a week-to-week basis. He's not even the starter for this football team. Even just this past Saturday, he didn't see the most carries. The following week, I still don't believe he saw the most carries. But he's leading the league in 20-yard plus runs. This guy on Saturday averaged like 9.7 yards a carry. Mm-hmm. He's damn sure about to hit 1,000. Knock on wood. I can see that still happening. But Jahmyr Gibbs is playing at an all-time elite level. Now, I'll throw Bijan some bail with this consideration. This is an elite offensive line. It's not even anything that you need to be sold on or told. It is a top 3, top 5 offensive line. It's one that helped Jamal Williams break Barry Sanders' record. So, obviously, I would expect Jahmyr Gibbs to perform better than Bijan behind this line. But it doesn't matter. The things you see
like
on top of it.
have a bad offensive line.
Yeah, Tyler
it's not the
was
Detroit Lions
1,000
offensive line.
Yeah.
The year before.
Yeah,
So.
it ain't this Detroit Lions offensive line. Jamal Williams probably got 200 yards in the season right now, and I know he was hurt, but he ain't doing dick regardless.
Yeah.
Like this offensive line's elite. I'm not diminishing that at all. But beyond that, even once he gets past the offensive line and onto these linebackers, bro. He shot a fucking and one commercial during a 30-yard run.
Yeah.
Was dribbling bodies off the fucking pavement, off the turf. It was insane. Boom, one with the left, one with the right, came back, another one out of bounds, and then he's ended up falling on his own ass trying to dodge another tackle. He didn't get tackled. He fell himself, avoiding another tackle. Yeah. I watched that thing 70 times this weekend because it was insane.
Yeah.
That was nuts. Another thing you notice too, and you guys watch the live stream parties, you obviously hear like live reactions to certain plays, a little tipsy sometimes too. It is what it is. But this guy never takes a clean hit. Mm-mm. I think this past Saturday was the only time I saw him take a clean hit when he finally got caught in the middle there. Still on a 4-yard run, by the way. But he's either just run out of bounds, looking swaggy with it too, or he's just like, he
puts his shoulder down and goes over people.
Yes,
his touchdown run up the far sideline. He met someone. It was a linebacker at the goal line.
Hey, how you doing?
Shook him. That man was on the ground like this. And Jahmyr Gibbs spun off with a hit and scored the touchdown. Like, he is not just this shifty, elusive, change of pace guy. He's going to put his shoulder down. He's going to finish some runs. And I love seeing that.
792 yards in the season, rushing, 296 receiving. Think he hit the 1,500?
Yeah.
I think he can too.
I think he can too. 500 might be a little tough.
He's already it's 200. Yeah, you're right.
He'll get to 1,000
right.
though.
Yeah. He'd have to take a couple like screens back to the crib or something.
Yeah.
But I listen, that's not the question. Like, this kid is disturbingly good. Again, he's playing at so good. I'm uncomfortable speaking my true opinion on it because if I did, fuck it, I will. I'm talking like fucking like Barry Sanders ass type shit. And I didn't like to live to watch Barry live. Don't crucify me. But what the fuck am I watching? This kid is electric out there, man. Mm-hmm. And the same traits you hear discussed about Jahmyr Gibbs. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please call me out on it. Were they not allowed the same shit you hear about Barry?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Barry-esque.
You know what I'm saying? It's just wild, man. And rookie running backs, they'll give you that the first year. But this segment is about rookies in general. How about tight ends? How about this guy Sam Laporta?
Another 1,000-yard guy.
Bro,
stop playing.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns yesterday, and a quiet 3 touchdowns. You want to know why? Because he scores every fucking week. This guy.
Yeah.
Sammy Laporta, Sammy Bonds. He's fucking nice with it, man. I'm gonna let you take this one away because that's your guy.
That's my guy, man. I'm carrying the torch for Lucas. Like, we both loved him coming out of the draft. Hall of Fame career loading. This guy is extremely impressive. He is always open. He is their red zone weapon. He's got that same wiggle that Jahmyr Gibbs has, just in a fucking 6'4" giant white dude. Like, he breaks tackles too. He is great in the open field too. He makes people look stupid.
The same wiggle as Jahmyr?
He's like,
relax,
respectively.
Calm down.
Like I said, as a 6'4" white dude, he's got that wiggle too.
We're going back to all white team now.
Yeah, Sam Laporta starting on the all white team. No,
that's why he's your guy. We get
he is doing things that the tight end position has never seen before in the NFL out of a rookie. It is extremely impressive to watch him do this. When he gets the ball in open field, he is a mismatch no matter who is on him. He is too fast, too quick for linebackers. He is too big, too strong for secondary players. This man is a mismatch for anybody on the field. You cannot guard him one-on-one. He is going to catch the ball over you. He is going to score. It is extremely impressive for what he's been doing.
Listen, Sammy Laporta, listen, you said like we never see the rookie tight end position. Let me tell you something. This fucking guy, Mike Ditka. Was it a 14-game season, by the way? Can we get confirmation? It's a 14-game season?
Probably, yeah.
12 touchdowns he had in his rookie.
It might have been less than 14.
Like that's what like Sammy's chasing right now, which is fucking insane to even think about because, like, all due respect to Mike Ditka, he also played before they were really tossing the ball like that. His numbers are ridiculous.
14 games, he had 56 catches for 1,076 yards and 12 touchdowns.
Like, Sammy might need all 17 to get this one done.
1,000 yards on 56 catches.
That's insane.
He was averaging 20 yards per reception.
Nobody was tackling that guy.
Look, hit the like button. Before on the show today, I'm watching Mike Ditka highlights. I got to see this shit for myself.
On his career,
is this like Wilt Chamberlain shit? Is there video evidence of this? This is insane.
On his career, he averaged 13.6 yards per reception.
Jesus.
He had 5,812 yards on 427 receptions.
That is insane.
With 43 touchdowns.
Now, what years did Ditka play?
He played from 61 to 72.
Okay, all white team.
Yeah.
It makes a little bit more sense.
That 20 yards makes sense. And 20
Trying to make a little bit more sense of this. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It's like, he's playing against plumbers, but still, like,
That's still
1,076 yards on 56 catches. That's fucking wild.
Sammy's doing shit that I've never seen in my lifetime. And to the point where, like, when you guys was talking all this shit in the offseason, I was just kind of like, again, I feel like I was being realistic about it, which I still think I was. I can't. It's not fair to expect these things out of a rookie tight end. Lo and behold, Sammy Laporta said, "Hold this, bitch," and shut me the fuck up.
Yeah,
he's been going off, going insane. And again, how do you have a quiet 3-touchdown game?
It's
did it feel like a quiet like I don't think nobody was really talking. 3 touchdowns is fucking insane for anybody.
Nuts. Yeah, it's nuts.
But he's just so consistent with it. It's like you expected this out of him, man. Sammy Laporta, and he's again rookie. Meaning his body's he looked a little skinny out there. He's gonna fill out a little bit.
Yeah.
And he's gonna get better.
Who did Kenny said it on the watch parties, the Iowa tight ends, they gotta grow the hair out, grow the beard, and then they really get crazy.
Yeah. He's not even his final form.
Yeah,
he's
more
not.
to come.
This is the Squirtle version of Sam Laporta.
This is base form Laporta.
Yeah.
Like, just wait
till you get the Blastoise form. It's gonna be a whole different animal, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. And again, and Dan Campbell in the post game presser literally shouted out Brad Holmes.
Yeah.
At that point, made sure to give Brad his love.
We got to shout out Brad Holmes, man. Because when you think about us Lions fans, we always go into drafts wanting, like, the big name. And, like, this guy, he stuck to his guns. Everybody called him crazy. But just the fact that he can go in that draft room and cook up like he does, man. Just these two players are essentially, like, helping push forward our season when you really think about it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and it's just crazy, man. But you just got to respect what this guy is doing and building this team the right way. As much as I want him to make moves at the deadline and stuff like that, I can respect him sticking to his guns. He's given us enough to this point to be able to say, okay, we finally have a good GM in Allen Park. And that's such a great feeling to finally have somebody that knows what they're doing, knows how to find talent. So,
I mean, look at it. Like, if they just got these two that balled out this game in this draft class, and every other one was a dud, you'd still say that was a great draft class. But you're not even talking about Brian Branch and everything else. Like, man, his drafting is just across sports some of the best I've seen.
Yeah, he's got 2 guys that are going to be in the top 3 voting for Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Yeah,
that's nuts.
And it's not just the early round guys; it's the late round guys too. Think about Amon-Ra St. Brown. A quiet 100-yard game from him. Like,
Kirby
he always
Joseph.
seems to have a quiet 100-yard game.
James Houston.
Yeah.
Man, like, you just got to give it up to Brad, man. And Brad Holmes, we trust. Let him cook.
Brett Holmes we trust. I just hope he starts hitting some on these defensive linemen.
Yeah.
Yes,
all we
please.
need next,
Interior
man.
defense.
Matabuki had another sack last night.
Man, that guy's a monster.
Give him a bad.
That guy's a monster. 92.
He had a strip sack last night.
Yeah, he did. Matabuki is a beast. I hope they can't afford to keep him, and then we end up getting him. Brett Holmes spent a little bit better than him.
Be nice.
Just saying.
Be
Just
nice.
saying. It would be very, 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 very nice.
Him and Aleem, that would be pretty nasty interior pass rush. I'm just saying.
Damn right.
It's just I'll say this: like rookie running backs, like they can perform like their first year. That's normal. Like rookie tight ends, that's different. But there's another name, where, Brian Branch as well. I know he didn't make any like big splash plays like a Saturday per se, but he performed well.
Yeah.
He's still out there doing his job. People were kind of bitching about him getting limited to his snaps against the Chicago game, but it was just because AG told you he just wants him to play the nickel spot now. And no longer like a makeshift safety. He just wants him to focus on being a nickel because he's damn good at being a nickel. Yeah. And part of that reason may be if he Melifonte when we come back.
If he was making plays, man. He was the best player on the Lions defense yesterday by far.
Well, look, let's go to break real quick. When we come back, let's give Iffy some love. I know it's a little bit early, but let me tell you guys about Fairway Pack Company, because for over 60 years, we've provided Michigan's finest hotels, restaurants, and casinos with the finest prime beef, dry-aged beef, and Wagyu beef. Make sure you give them a visit at their store in Grosse Pointe for grab-and-go steaks, or order it online at fairwaypacking.com.
Gabby is a college student struggling to study for her big exam. Then she discovered Syntron, a healthy way for her to stay awake and focus. Jennifer frequently has chaotic days like this until she gets online, orders some Syntron, and finds her groove. April visited her local grocery store, purchased a case of Syntron, and entered to win the Syntron 100K Vegas giveaway. Pick up your case of Syntron today at any Meijer location or visit drinksyntron.com/Vegas and enter for the 100K Vegas giveaway.
Woodward Sports own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot-off-the-press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. How would you like to win not one, but two vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Has watching and arguing about sports made you a last-minute holiday shopper, feeling more pressure than Jared Goff in a pocket behind an injured O-line? Jack Labrador has you covered. It'll change your gifting game. In-your-face, heads-up play that'll have you on the edge of your seat. It's the one deck that brings you 3 games to the table. It's perfect for lazy last-minute shoppers like you. Jack Labrador is the ultimate gift that keeps the holiday fun going. Scan your QR code above or go to jacklabrador.com to get your decks today.
What up, there? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, WorldSports.com. I'm Eazy, some more racks.
What up,
Chris? We got Kenny G in the building on the 1s and 2s. Hit that like button because it is Chris's birthday, and we do abuse him, so show him some love.
Happy birthday,
All
Chris.
Right. Show Chris some love. At Real Chris Platte, if you guys want to give him a follow, wish him some happy birthday wishes, or send him, what are they called? Like we send like a telegram, or not a telegram, but like, what's the term when they send you somebody that sings happy birthday? A singing gram or something? I don't know.
It's not a sonogram.
I was gonna tell him to send you something sus. Yeah. But either way, you got that video?
I had actually one of my friends. She's saying like she called me to FaceTime me to sing happy birthday before I left here.
Fully dressed?
Yeah, for sure.
Bad friend.
But then I told her to turn around and only blow out the birthday cake. I had to.
Hey, drop the line. Kenny G, we need it. Talk your shit.
Talk your shit.
Chris, you out of pocket, bro. Can you play the video for
shout out to her.
Can you play the video for if you Melifonte?
Yes, sir.
I appreciate you, man. This guy deserves some love.
Yeah, look, practice. It's practice. We practice full speed. We work. We compete, and so you get a pretty good idea of what you think some of these players can do, and then you go with it. You trust your gut and you go with it. And we felt like that was the right move. And Iffy's continued to grow. And look, Iffy, his thing really has been the durability. Well, he's been healthy, man. He's been able to stay on the field, and his body's holding up, and he's a smart, athletic, physical player. He's got length and range, and him back there with Kirby. Look, we're getting better. We're getting better. And same deal, man, with Vildor and Doris. Give them a shot out there on the outside edge. It just makes us, we felt like it made us better. Give them a chance to go, and now we get Jerry back on teams as well, because Jerry's a good special teams player now, as a gunner and a jammer. So, and so we just, we keep working through it. Give these guys an opportunity and let them compete. And we were good today. Those guys played well in the back end.
This man, Ife Melifonwu, played the best game in his Lions career by far. He was the best player on the Lions defense. Out there, PFF didn't have him rated in the top 5 for whatever the hell reason they're trying to make up, but he was making absolute plays. He had the sack fumble on Russell Wilson. He had multiple pass breakups. He had a couple more tackles for loss. He was flying around, laying the stick, and the one play that he let up, that touchdown, it wasn't even a touchdown. Like, the ball was moving. It wasn't a touchdown. If he was playing fantastic football, it was amazing to see. He is a former cornerback, so he does have better ball play skills. He's got better coverage skills, I would say, than a Tracy Walker. And he's just as big, if not bigger. If he's a big dude, he's like 6'2", 6'3", out there making plays. I love to see it out of him. He was playing like a bat out of hell, had a fantastic game, and hopefully he continues to play like that.
Listen, the 2021 draft, this is Brad Holmes' rookie draft class. Like, hit himself as a rookie GM. After we got to the 3rd round pick, I got to have our guy Scott Bischoff on, shout out. And we got to discuss the matter. Obviously, the whole draft class. As soon as we got to Ifantu Melifonwu, 3rd round pick, cornerback out of Syracuse, 6'3", 210 pounds. I said, Scott, he's gonna play safety, right? Like 6'3", 210 pounds. Like, unless he's Richard Sherman, that they don't grow on trees, he's got to be playing safety. There's just no way. And sure shit, he has. And he's kind of been stunted by whether it's like injuries and just it being a position change from cornerback to the safety position, because you can have different like blitz packages. Like going from an outside corner at the collegiate level to an NFL safety.
Yeah.
I mean, you're seeing more offensive linemen, more 300-pound white dudes chasing after you. Like, it's a different game. And so it took him some time to do that. That was also hampered and stunted by a lot of the injuries. I think he had an ankle injury last year, a hamstring injury his rookie year, and then finally this year, a finger injury he got in trying to like shed blocks from like Brock Wright. Mm-hmm. But he's still out there doing the work, by the way. Wore a club on Saturday night. And still had 2 pass deflections. The fucking sack strip. Yeah. I mean, this is he going to be this good? Is this what this kid? I mean, because like he played good in Chicago too. I think he had a couple TFLs in Chicago games as well.
I think he can be. I definitely think he can be. And where are those Aaron Glenn haters at now, huh? He can't make adjustments. He doesn't change anything. Put in Ife Melifonwu, that's making a hell of a difference. We saw that the past 2 games. He put in Khalil Dorsey and Kendall Vinder over Jerry Jacobs. Seems like that's making a difference too. So that shut up real fast. This guy Ife played out of his goddamn mind. It was extremely impressive watching him. He was all over the place. He was flying around the field, multiple tackles for loss. That sack he had coming on that delayed blitz, he blew Russ the fuck up. It was awesome. I hate Russell Wilson, so I love seeing him get smacked like that.
Big future fan.
And yeah, big future guy.
By the way, shout out to Detroit Lions DJ Ray playing all the future hits before the show.
It's just awesome. If she catch me cheating, I will never tell her sorry. But he sacked him, stripped him. It was beautiful. Beautiful game for Ife all around. Man's going crazy.
It's again, I'm tripping a little bit because like we've been like salivating over the fact that GJ, whose injury window's been activated today, by the way, too. It's 21-day window activated, as well as Jason Kabenda too. But we've been like salivating at the fact of like him returning. But now like Ife, it's like, okay, well, take your time.
Yeah.
Get healthy.
Yeah.
Is that fair? I mean, is he the real? Am I tripping, Kenny? Is Ife the real deal right now?
It's looking good. It's looking good. But I also like how AG is scheming it up.
Yes.
He wasn't afraid to try something different, and that's what we've been wanting to see out of him in his defense. You know, they've been getting torched lately. Mm-hmm. So I definitely like him scheming them up and putting Ife in there and giving him some snaps, man. He definitely made use of them. So.
And real quick too, because I know a lot of people like want to talk about the blitzes when it comes to AG. I looked up this morning. I think we're like the 7th most. I think 43% of the time we're blitzing on the 3rd downs specifically. But I think what was different for me is just like those delayed blitzes. Mm-hmm. And I hit the group chat on Saturday while we were watching I think it was the Cincy game, because they had Mike Hilton. And you know how they just creep up. The clock ticks down. 5, 4, and then there's somebody from the backfield, Troy Polamalu-esque, just go sprinting before the line hits 0, where they have to hike the ball, and next thing you know, you're in there for like a sack, or at least you're opening up another lane for somebody else to get the sack. That's the shit that I really haven't, like, correct me if I'm wrong. I just don't remember that happening too often for the Detroit Lions. But again, you cashed in on one this past Saturday. I think Iffy's just opening up things they want to do. And no offense to Tracy Walker, I just think Iffy also provides like a better pass coverage for you as well. I mean, he's a former defensive back, for Christ's sakes. Like by trait, he's better at defending the pass than anybody. Mm-hmm. He was sticky in coverage. He did have one touchdown lit up on him. I'm not ignoring that, but it was a tightly contested touchdown, and shit, it almost got turned over.
It wasn't a touchdown.
In fact, I think I saw the Broncos called over their offensive team to go back out there because they thought it was gonna get turned over too. Mm-hmm. It was up there. But I man, if this guy's real, man, and I'm a big salary cap guy. I think football is the biggest team sport there is. That's why you see me pitching fits about the Jared Goff situation. DJ's nice. I understand what he is, but if this is what we're getting out of Iffy, CJDJ's on a 1-year deal.
Yeah,
he's not guaranteed to come back yet. He is starting a podcast with Eric Woodward from ESPN, who's official Detroit Lions reporter. So maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe we do get CJGJ back. But either way, man, shout out to AG. Hats off to him, and hats off to Iffy. And shit, if we're going off of AG and the secondary in general, Kendall Vildor, you guys, I see him getting a lot of love.
Yeah.
Khalil Dorsey too.
Khalil Dorsey
actually outsnapped Kendall Vildor in that game. And he had that one on that screen they had. Mm-hmm. He blew it up like right away.
Oh yeah, that was a great play. Great play. Stuck the dude, made him drop the ball. The defense played great, man. The defense played great all around. They had a very good game. Josh Pascal also had a fantastic game. He was in there making plays. He had a sack. He had some big plays, a couple tackles for loss. The Lions defense played fantastic. They had Russ scared the entire game. They were making things happen. They were punching balls out, forcing incompletions. It was a great game to watch.
Were you about to say something, Kenny?
No, it's almost like you didn't even notice Hutch out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's actually a phenomenal point.
Yeah.
I mean, I did people in a couple one-on-ones where he was still rushing Russ. I think he may have had a QB hit or so, but it looked like a different defense. And it was just because of, like, I think it's just the players. I mean, we've been saying that too all season. Like, we were defending the Glenn. So, like, hey, man, the personnel isn't, like, ideal. Isn't what he wanted. Now, obviously, Iffy, we didn't know that. As soon as Iffy came back, AG started him. So, obviously, that's something we've been banking on, we've been thinking about for quite a while now. And he's not even fully healthy. He's still wearing the club. And he put him out there. So, it's like, okay. Now we're seeing different blitz packages.
Like Anzo looked back. He looked ready to go. He was making plays.
Yeah.
He was flying around the field.
I love Anzo, man.
Yeah. He's fast, man. He gets to the ball, too.
Yeah. Hey, AG don't develop guys.
He might be starting the linebacker for the Whites.
He might be starting the linebacker for the Whites. I don't think I reckon you might be right, brother. I reckon you might be right,
Charles.
He's having a great year, man. And it was good to have him back because his sideline-to-sideline speed on top of his coverage ability opens up a lot for that back half of the secondary because he can cover so much ground. And he gets to the ball, he attacks the ball, and he helps gang tackles. So it was good to see Anzo. He looked like, obviously this is his, second game back since the injury, but he looked back in this game. He looked like he did.
Look back at it.
Wow. Then he looked good.
I saw Josh Pascal sighting too. I saw one in the Woodward Sports Chat as well from Thomas Rotondi.
He had a sack. He had a couple tackles for loss.
Vicious sack too.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for that personally because that's a guy who like we kind of rock with just from his. We were fortunate enough to like
the foot cancer.
Yeah, come back from foot cancer. Well documented. Amen. Hey, solid brother. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you for that. But no,
Chills is my cousin.
We had chills and kills and thrills, all that good stuff. But we had a couple viral clips just breaking down that 2022 draft class, and that was one who kind of showed us love back. He was a follow on Instagram as well as Malcolm Rodriguez, and so I've been in this corner, and I've been like hesitant to like. I guess critique him too much in a biased way, I'll fully admit, but just because I did believe something was there.
Yeah.
I mean, you talked about it earlier jokingly, but he did come back from foot cancer.
Yeah.
I don't care what you said, it was foot cancer. The cancer was on his foot.
Cancer on
classified
his
as foot cancer.
Yes. He looked good at Kentucky too, man.
He looked really good at Kentucky.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just didn't want him to fall into that curse of the second round picks with the Lions, man.
That's my cousin went to Kentucky, and she was like, yeah, he was basically their whole defense that year.
A lot of cousins in Kentucky.
A lot of cousins in Kentucky.
For sure.
That's for damn sure. But no, he showed up. And again, like Kenny said, like you almost even noticed Hutch out there.
Sawyer's in Kentucky.
He had a couple of like impact plays. I think he's moving to Atlanta now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Was he like sound guy or?
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know what he's doing specifically. Yeah. It's pretty sick.
It sucks that he got to root for Desmond Ridder because he's trash.
Desmond Ridder?
Desmond Ridder is probably the worst quarterback in that.
He's called him Desmond Ridder?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
How crazy. Imagine, I couldn't imagine, but imagine being a Falcons fan. Knowing that, like, that was a destination when Lamar Jackson was like looking at while that was like.
Yeah.
And
the Falcons were like, no, we're good. That was the most old boy shit. That was the most old boy shit ever.
That's when I knew the collusion.
That
was
offense
real.
would be so cold.
So I knew the collusion was
Him
real.
in Atlanta alone is a revelation, man. What?
They would be so cold. He would sell so many jerseys, first of all, and that offense with Kyle Pitts, Drake London, meet me at Drake London.
Yeah.
You know, Bijan Robinson, they would be dirty, bro, with Lamar. But they're like, nah, we're good with Desmond.
No, we're
Ritter.
good with Desmond. Yeah, bro.
Desmond Ritter is the worst quarterback in the NFL.
There's so many bad quarterbacks in the NFL.
He is the.
I don't know if he's the worst. I don't know if he's the worst.
He is the worst quarterback.
Worse than
in the
Zach
NFL.
Wilson?
Yes, I would rather have Zach Wilson than Desmond Ritter.
He might have one of the worst coaches in the
Mac
NFL.
Jones,
too.
Spencer?
I'd rather have Bailey Zappi than Desmond Ritter.
That's crazy.
Really?
Dude, he can't throw the ball. He looks like an idiot when he's running around. Like, I'd rather have Malik Willis than Desmond Ritter.
I don't believe anything you're saying.
There's so many bad quarterbacks.
I would take every starting
You're
quarterback.
just mad because he's on the miscellaneous misfits.
I would take every starting
You a hating
quarterback
ass
and like
nigga.
half of the backup quarterbacks.
Is
in the
you
league
starting
over
him
Desmond.
on the Misfits?
Hell no.
Yeah.
He's holding the ball for field goals. That's as much as we let him do.
He's the
I'm
long
not gonna
snapper.
lie. If he's starting on the Misfits, that white secondary might have a chance.
I would take Nick
All right.
Mullins over. I would take Josh Dobbs and Nick Mullins over Desmond Ritter.
Shit, we really just got Patrick Mahomes for quarterback.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, who else?
The whites don't want anything
Trey
to do
Lance
with
ended
that.
up working out, so
Yeah.
he's sitting the bench. Who would you rather have
Dak.
QB2? Oh, Dak. There you go.
Good luck with that one.
Hey, Mahomes and Dak, I'm good.
That's a pretty good one.
I'm
Too.
You
good.
better hope Dak never gets in. That's all I'm saying.
We got Burrow, Allen, Purdy. Like, we got-
Who are the whites starting at quarterback?
Josh Allen, easily.
That's what I figured.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Josh
Chris
Allen.
confirms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Wide
he's
receivers?
also our running back, too. He's also our running back, too, behind
That's
McCaffrey.
fair. What the whites wide receivers talking about? Cooper Kupp for sure.
Cooper Kupp,
Of
yeah.
course.
Scotty Miller.
There you go. He's fast.
Scotty Miller.
He wanted to race Tyreek.
We're starting Travis Kelce out wide, too.
Yeah, we got tight end.
Travis
We got enough
Kelce.
tight
I like
ends
Travis
that can
Kelce,
split
bro.
out. You know, we got Laporta, Kelsey, Kittle, Mayer.
We're talking about receivers, brother.
Yeah.
We can split them out. They'll play wide receiver.
All right. We'll take it. Just so we'll take this one to break. Spinny. Tell us about Hamlin Pub.
Hamlin Pub. If you ever wanted a bar where you're a regular, we have just the place for you. Head to one of Hamlin Pub's 7 locations where everyone's a regular and try that smokehouse brisket mac and cheese. I'm telling you, it is chronic. Every NFL game, all Michigan sports games, they have food and drink specials. Experience your new favorite pub for all things sports. Hamlin Pub, where everyone is a regular.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, 2 of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Spooner and Broder.
If you guys were out and about at the Bullseye Event Group tailgate, official Lions VIP tailgate party with Don Mecca and the folks, you might have ran into myself. I had a blast. All you can eat, all you could drink. Spinning, I'm telling you, We gotta be there. It is a good ass time. Make sure you guys get your tickets.
For the last one.
Yeah, last game of the year. Detroit Lions versus Minnesota Vikings. Get your tickets now. BullseyeEventGroup.com. Again, all you can eat, all you can drink, and a free shot of the game. Then afterward, BullseyeEventGroup.com. Brought to you by Long Drink.
Check it out.
Check it out.
Rip, rip.
Rip, rip. What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live, WoodSports.com. Happy birthday, Chris Platte, at the real Chris Platte. Give him a follow. Platte.
I should drop my cash app. Give me some.
What's your cash app?
Yeah, put it in the chat.
I'll put it in the chat. I'll
There
put
you
it in
go.
the chat, and I'll do some shots.
There you go. I'm Eazy. That's Spin More Racks. We got Kenny G on the ones and twos. If you guys routinely watch us on Mondays, you know that TD Booths, we have Casper in a couple times, so meaning nobody. So shout out to Kenny G for filling for us. Appreciate you, man.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Going over the Detroit Lions, big win over the Broncos. And I say it's a big win because it's a much-needed win.
Yes.
I mean, what did this win mean for this team, Spinny?
I mean, it settled them down a little bit. The defense.
Oh, Nelly.
Oh, Nelly.
Easy now,
girl. So Jared Goff settled down a little bit after having.
That's how Dan Campbell fixed. He was like, "Oh, Nelly." He's cutting Jared Goff's head.
I got some apples for you.
Sugar cubes. Jared Goff's eating carrots out of Dan Campbell's day.
Jared Goff looks like he eats sugar cubes.
I think, like I said, Jared Goff needed this for sure. Coming off of some rough games, a couple rough games in a row, he needed this bounce back game. The defense coming off of a couple rough games in a row needed this bounce back game. At home, get the juices pumping. Now you're going into a stretch of games against division rivals and conference rivals. You're playing Minnesota twice, and you're playing Dallas sandwiched in between. So it'll get the spirits pumping.
Sandwich.
You're going to be in the dome for all those, so you don't got to worry about the weather or the wind affecting anything. Like, those ducks are going to be flying. So the team needed this. The team as a whole. The offense, the defense, Jared Goff, Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, everybody on this team needed this kind of get-right game. And they went out there, they took care of business. Jared Goff had a fantastic game. The defense played a fantastic game. Aaron Glenn and Ben Johnson both called great games. Jameson Williams played the game of his life so far in the NFL. It's like,
ain't saying much.
Yeah, 4 catches for like 50 yards, but he made a couple. He made that juke he hit on the sideline was nasty.
Put him in a blender.
Had dude trying to move a fridge. Like, he was like, and then the catch he had on the other sideline,
with his knees,
all hands, all hands catch. Guy wrapped all over him, overthrown ball, reach up, catches it, gets tackled, hangs on to it. He needed that. I think that inspired a lot of confidence in Jared Goff, in him, seeing him make a catch like that on the sidelines. It looked bad, like with his knees, but he popped back up, was running up and down the sidelines, got back in the game after that. So it was a good bounce back win for damn near everybody on this team. Yeah,
good win. I think this win was much needed. I think it did mean something for the Detroit Lions. A lot of times, like that's a topic. What does this mean for LeBron James' career? It's like, what the fuck you want me to say right now? But like dead ass, they needed this win. It was a rough stretch for the Detroit Lions. It was a far cry from what they had been in the beginning of the year, and then here comes this win, showing you what they were at the beginning of the year. I mean, it was I didn't know the math on that, but 42-17, obviously quite the ass whooping. I don't think that the Broncos scored to like the third quarter, like middle of the third quarter.
Not really, yeah.
Like, I think shout out to Ben Johnson. I know that I was kind of came in a little off my Uber, stumbling a little bit here at the Woodward Sports, but I got pissed off. They're like the first couple of series, they weren't doing nothing really but passing the ball. And I was like, yo, like this team's not good against the run. Why aren't we fucking just running the ball? But I think it was strategic for them to start that way because I think he wanted to restore confidence in Jared Goff just from the team aspect. Because again, say what you want. I don't care how you feel about it, which side of the aisle you're on with it. But Jared Goff went through a rough stretch, and I think Ben Johnson strategically, and I think Jared Goff actually in his presser said like, yeah, Ben was just fucking calling aggressive plays.
Yeah.
And I think it was for a reason. I think they wanted to restore the confidence in Jared Goff, wanted the team's confidence restored in Jared Goff, and I think they need this type of win to restore confidence in themselves, to let them know like what they can be when they perform and execute at the level that they're asked and tasked with from their head coaches.
Yeah, and the Broncos were 7-6 Like, they were playing good football up until this game.
They beat the Bills. They beat the Chiefs.
And the Lions went out there and they curb stomped them at home. So it is a big confidence boost when you could do that against a team that's fighting, trying to make the playoffs, trying to get in that division race. You know, if you win that game there, you got 8 wins. I think the Chiefs only have 9. So you're still, like, fighting for that division if you're the Broncos.
They're 1 game out.
And the Lions went out there and they stomped them into submission. So I'd love to see it. All facets of the game, both sides of the ball. Fantastic game all around.
And real quick, too, and I know I mentioned it earlier, but like if you guys missed it, shout out to Jared Goff for stepping up to the play and executing those plays that Ben Johnson gave him to restore that confidence in himself. And I'm not just talking about like a one, obviously, I'm sure he needed a little bit for himself as well. But I'm talking about just the team in general having confidence in Jared Goff, because the Chicago game especially, it was fucking ugly.
This game was the most we've seen this year of Jared Goff throwing to the sideline, throwing to the boundary, hitting those out routes, those 10-yard outs. Putting it out there and guys making catches. I saw Reynolds make one on that. We know J-Mo had a couple of them. Like, he was throwing that ball out there, which that's a 40-yard throw when you're throwing all the way to the boundary and 10 yards down the field, and he was putting it out there for his guys. So it was good to watch.
Hey, I got a question.
Yes, sir.
Was this the Lions' most complete game this year?
Yes,
I think so. Yeah,
by far. I think
so. Yeah, I think it's between.
I mean, other than like you want to say like Carolina, but
yeah, exactly.
Carolina sucks. So, like against good competition, yeah, for sure.
Well, yeah, I guess
maybe Tampa Bay.
Nah, not really. The run game didn't really get going on that one.
Yeah.
David got hurt. Yeah, this they cashed in the most complete game. I think you saw all. I mean, first of all, you had your offensive line healthy for like I think only the 5th time this season or 4th time this season. That helped you. You got to see what that unit is as complete. The defensive line was relatively healthy too, outside of Liam McNeil. Like you got a sack out of your defensive lineman. You got a sack from a blitz. You got your turnover. You played solid coverage for the majority of the game. You both over 100 yards rushing, and then Jared Goff with 270 passing plus the 5 touchdowns. Like I think they cashed in for sure the most complete victory. And I think the timing of this shit is important. Like
absolutely,
you could watch in the games and you could tell by momentum wise like who's going to take a game every once in a while. I think the same thing pertains to a season. Like you never want to find yourselves backing into a playoffs. And I think that was going to be the case with Detroit Lions because this Minnesota team is not what we thought they were like for a brief time there with the pass or not, and he's not even starting for him anymore. I think this is how you want to go into the playoffs with a little bit of confidence, and that's why Stick and I we didn't get into it, but we were kind of debating back and forth. Even like yesterday, he texted me randomly about it as well. But I was talking about like, do you want to see the Detroit Lions beat the Dallas Cowboys? And I said, yeah, I do. I want this team to know that they could beat above 500 team. I want this team to know they could beat a playoff caliber team before they go in the playoffs and just wonder, and just have like the anxiousness, the nervousness if they can. I want them to hit the field and have done it already and know they can go into a game, especially at home, whooping somebody's ass.
Yeah. And honestly, when they play like they did on Saturday, they could beat anybody.
Oh, shit.
Anybody in the league.
Talk your shit.
Hey, it's being real. But like Spitty said, it was a get right, man.
We got JB back in the booth.
Like Spitty said, it's a get right, man. And now they get to reset for these final few games. You got Minnesota twice with Nick Mullins. Salivate over that.
Yeah.
Because if the defense played like they played Saturday, that's easy money.
Yep.
And then if the offense comes to play, you are looking at a team coming in real hot, going into that Ford Field home playoff game, baby.
See, Bob's big boy in the Woodward Sports Chat. J-Mo had 4 catches for 44 yards, and people are stunting. Come on, Goff goes 5 touchdowns, and it's no big deal. Make it make sense. No one said it's no big deal. Like, hop off his dick for a minute. That's the shit that pisses me off, bro. We both said multiple times, fantastic game by Jared Goff. Fantastic game, but we can't show J-Mo love too. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Well, hey, Goff's getting love because he showed J-Mo love.
Yeah.
Was getting the ball out to different receivers.
J-Mo had a great game. Jared Goff had a great game. Both things can be true. You can be happy with both performances.
And this is what we've been saying the whole time. 7 targets for J-Mo, man. Like, that's what you want to see. Even if he goes out there and drops a couple, don't shy away from him. He has the type of game-breaking ability to where you have to keep feeding him.
Yes.
And do it within the offense, of course. But it was just good to see him finally, make a dent in the game, man. And you saw what he could do.
And when you spread the ball like that and you have as many weapons as you do, you become infinitely more dangerous.
Yeah.
You're literally like fucking Thanos with the Infinity Stones out there. And so which way you want it? I'm whoop your ass either way. Let me feed J-Mo. So you guys are fucking scared you're watching him. Okay, now we got PS5 over there on Jameson Williams. Cool. Here's Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, now you're bracketing Amon-Ra St. Brown. You got that Mr. Locke there. Oh, that's cool. A little bit of Sam Laporta here. Oh, hold on. Let me hand it off to Jameer Gibbs. Right. Oh, fuck. Yeah, Flash the Berry. Yeah, we got that too. What's up?
You know what I'm going to say, Eazy? You know what I'm going to say? This offense is a what? It's an ecosystem, baby.
It's an
There's so
ecosystem.
much. There's so much there for you. It's pick your poison.
Fucking
Give
Bill
it to you
Nye,
how you
science
want it.
guy.
Like Tupac, you know how you want it.
How do you want it? Literally, though, that's I think that's like the beauty of them, like spreading the ball around. And I think Jambo also, speaking of guys like installing confidence in themselves, like we talked about Jared Goff a little bit, but Jambo as well. As Spinney said, the high point catch, holding on to the ball through like massive content, and him hitting the fucking limbo there for a minute, like he still held on to the ball. The other situation, oh my god, bro, that juke.
That was nasty.
I know that Jahmyr Gibb was like for a lot more yards, but that the amount of space that he made that work.
Yeah.
I think I tweeted it out. I was like, this is literally like those superhero movies where the Quicksilver's so fucking fast that everything else around him is in slow motion. Because he was just like, bro, he had this much line to work with on the sideline. And still had to do like stuck and squeeze through for extra like 5-6 yards.
Yeah, got the first down.
Yeah. That was filthy, bro. Filthy. So speaking of guys installing confidence in themselves, I think both for Ben Johnson and Jared Goff, I think Jameson Williams did that too.
I do
also
too.
showed a little bit of toughness as well.
Yeah.
Shot this fucking Detroit.
There's not really one person you can single out on this team and be like they didn't have a good game. Everybody had a good game. We talked about Iffy. We talked about Goff. We talked about Laporta and Gibbs and J-Mo. Like the entire team had great games. So it was all around fantastic game for the Lions. Yeah, and we got to go to break, but we'll come back. We're talking more Lions, obviously. We're going to talk about what's going forward, what they got to look forward, and is this really the defense we're going to see going forward? But first, let me tell you about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is the home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, a full-body workout in 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all of this for just $10 a month. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, 50 in Metro Detroit, and thousands more throughout the world. Planet Fitness, where your fitness is essential.
And let me tell you about Syntron. You can win a $100,000 trip to Vegas. Take your closest friends, or take me since it's my birthday. Live it up in the city that never sleeps. It's the Syntron Energy. Drink it and live it. You can purchase a 24-pack today and enter for your chance to win. You can do that at drinksyntron.com/Vegas and buy Syntron at your local Meijer store. Remember, it's Syntron, the healthier energy drink with great taste for people who desire to look good, feel good, and be the best versions of themselves. Go to drinksyntron.com/Vegas to register.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new Down Home Comfort Dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The Down Home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of Down Home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
When it comes to your pet, don't settle. Give your pet the best. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Family owned and operated for over 30 years. 13 Metro Detroit locations. Over 60 brands of food. Lowest prices and curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best at www.premierpetsupply.com.
Just like having a kid.
People looking at Brad Holmes during the draft, and they were saying, that motherfucker is not real.
Yeah, for real.
Shout out Brad Holmes. Let's talk about the defense a little bit. Chris, you want to play a video from Dan Campbell?
Yes, sir.
Let's get it.
Yeah, defense did a really good job today. I thought AG called a heck of a game. We had a couple of wrinkles in that we felt like would be good for us, and really they were. You know, the takeaway that we got, that was something we haven't done. It's been a long time since we have, so we were able to get pressure in his face and trap trap it on the outside. And so, we were able to come away with that takeaway. So I just thought we were well prepared, knew what we had a real good feeling of what we were going to get here. We knew who we had to take care of. We couldn't let Sutton get going. We couldn't let him launch them. Handle this run game. And we did. So the defense showed up. I thought we were able to get pressure. The front played really well today. Certainly our back end. It was the ultimate team win. But yeah, defense started it out for us. We took the ball there, we wanted to go down and score. We didn't do that, but the defense, man, they held up there and were able to get us the ball back.
Now, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't get to watch the game a complete second time, at least not sober. Shout out to UFC 296. But wasn't there three offensive series, no touchdown, or two offensive series, no touchdown? Mm-hmm. And then was that following that the big turnover, shot again Iffy, that they finally scored off of it?
Yeah.
Shout out to the defense for doing that, man. And I know, like, we come away from this game, and a lot of the takeaways are about the offense because you had 5 touchdowns out of Jared Goff and 5 touchdowns out of their rookies, because those are phenomenal things to be talking about. But, like, it really was the defense that kind of got it jump-started out there. And if I may, they played out there like they were, like, bloodthirsty, like lusting for blood. They were out there, man. They played like it. They played different. They look completely different. I think somebody mentioned in Woodward Sports chat, I don't know if they said that they watched all 22, or somebody else mentioned the all 22, but there was like similar shades of like the Baltimore Ravens with like these exotic blitzes that we really haven't seen all season. And I think obviously, again, I'm just gonna chalk it up again once more to like AG is out there with personnel he just wasn't confident doing those things with. He did hit the podium a couple weeks back and said, hey, it was up to me. I'd be in man coverage and blitzes all day. But it's just not just the reality of like not what they were working with. Well, then you get a veteran cornerback in there like Kendall Vildor. You get a Iffy Melifonwu, who's a little bit more of an athlete, 3rd-round pick at the safety position. And then you start doing a little bit more of the freaky stuff. I mean, that's actually even more impressive for Iffy because he's not even like, that's not even in his nature to be blitzing like that. But I just want hats off to the defense. And the pass rush, I like peeped it before the game. Obviously, even the matchups, like the Broncos only take many sacks. Mm-hmm. And one, probably because Russ is a little bit mobile and a little bit of veteran, like smart to get the ball off his hands and whatnot in those situations. But we got him down a few times. And that's with a porous pass rush.
Yeah.
What's changed about this defense, and is it real, Smitty?
I don't know. I don't know if it's real. I don't know. It's tough.
Where am I?
Where am I? I don't know if anything's real, man. I don't know what's going on. I took the blue acid. But I think it's the Broncos don't have the most high-powered offense. I don't think that's saying too much. So it was easier for the defense to kind of make some things happen. But they looked fantastic. They were gang tackling. They were all getting the ball. They were hunting the ball no matter where it was on the field and hitting people hard. And not blowing coverages and getting to the quarterback. And if you can continue to do those things, it's going to turn out very well for you. Obviously, it'll be different when you're going up against a Philadelphia or a San Francisco compared to a Denver. Like with the firepower that Philly and San Fran have on their offense, it's going to be a lot harder to do things like that than it would be against a Denver team. But still, you play like this, you put yourself in a good position to win against no matter what team you're playing in the NFL, because they played mistake-free football, they played complementary football, and they were attacking the ball no matter where it was on the field. When you saw the ball get into somebody's hands with the Denver Broncos uniform on, there were 4 Lions jerseys on him at all times.
Yeah. And like what Eazy said, like that first quarter, we watching it, we kind of starting to get worried because we've seen this script play out before. Oh, they give up the opening drive touchdown. They marched. They had a couple good plays in that first quarter. But what do we scream about all the time? Adjustments. And AG really seemed like he made those adjustments in this game. And you got to just give him credit for that, man. We've been screaming that, but he didn't let the game get out of hand first. They didn't let Russell Wilson break the game open. They managed it. They held on, and the offense returned with complimentary football. So that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, I think another point, too, I want to make real quick on this AG defense, and I think it can continue a little bit, at least for this very next game against a Nick Mullins. And, like, all due respect to Nick Mullins, he did have his moments in that Cincy game, but he was throwing the most cousin-esque interceptions. He had one where a defensive lineman was sitting down on his ass.
He looks like a
picked off an
cousin.
interception. I never see him. Chris, you want to pull a picture from Google or something like that?
Let me find one.
Or I have Spinny will send you one. But, like, keep it going. Just get in his head. I just want this defense to be riding high with a little bit of confidence again, like heading into the playoffs. And I'm happy we get to face them one more time too. Talking about the Minnesota Vikings heading into the season, because Dan Campbell said ain't no rest for the wicked. He said these guys can rest once the season's over. So that means none of these stars are more than likely going to get sat in that final game of the 2023 season for the Detroit Lions. And I got to be honest with you, I don't hate it. I think Dan Campbell specifically, I think obviously he's played as a player, and he said in the past press conference, I think it was last week even, he's like, look, man, I've been at every level of this. He's been on the 0-16 Detroit Lions, and he's been in the Super Bowl with the New York Giants, and he's won a Super Bowl as a coach with the New Orleans Saints. So like he's seen all of it. So I think he knows when his players are deserving of a rest if they do need those situations in game, or say that we're up by the third quarter or something like that. Like I'm sure maybe guys will get rest at that point, but like no, I want this defense specifically more than any unit on this team heading into that postseason with some confidence in themselves.
Well, remember last year when we watched the Hard Knocks, and he was like, I promise you guys, like I'm doing this for a reason, you know, training with the pads and everything, going intense. Yeah, and he was really about it. And then we saw those injuries pile up at the beginning of the season. You're like, oh man, I remember specifically I brought the question to you guys and saying, hey, should we look back at that differently? Should we say that was a mistake? But if you actually look at the team was come what would have been playoff time had they been a playoff team last year. They were pretty healthy. Yeah. They built them for the longevity of the season to peak at the right time, and that's what you're hoping that this Lions defense, offense, this whole team is doing, but particularly the defense, which is the one that's had injuries, is you hope that it's being set up to peak at the right time.
And that's where I'm at too. Like it's very much that type of sport. Like I always point to like baseball. It's like you can have those Yankee type of teams, but I feel like once you get hot heading into the postseason, or we're in the postseason, that's kind of like you take shit over from that point.
Yeah, I mean look at the Giants, dude. The Giants. I mean that's always my favorite example to bring up is the Giants versus the Patriots. Like man, they weren't the best team in football. They just got hot at the right time.
That's why I kind of like. Obviously, you want to buy a week for health reasons, but I feel like when teams are fighting for it, either into the playoffs and then a couple tough games in there, like you're just like on 10 at every point. Mm-hmm. You're just ready to fuck somebody up at any given moment.
Yeah, they
and
can
I like
smell
going
this.
into the playoffs with that bloodthirsty, like just fucking like just antsy, just ready to fucking go.
That's what they talked about all last week, was how pissed off this team was. How these past 4 games.
And look how they played. Bouncing back from a pissed off game.
Yeah, where these past 4 games where they played bad football has pissed them off. And they know they're a better team than that, and they went out there and they executed against the Broncos. They played with anger. They played with aggression. Football isn't a nice game. Football isn't patty cake. You got to play with anger. You got to play with aggression. You have to play with the intent to fuck somebody up that's standing on the other side of you. And that's what the Lions played like against the Broncos, and it showed.
It fucking showed. So shout out to everybody that wanted to fire AG, eh? I don't know where that accent came from. I said fucking weird and just had to go with it at that point. But got CJ DJ coming back. James Houston, that's the one. I don't know if you guys watched the post game. I was halfway watching UFC, halfway like within the show with Stick and Anson. But you know how Stick is. He gets all slappy, and it started to rub a little bit because he was like, "Look, man, we're about to have a home playoff game." And I was like, "Fuck, we're about to have a home playoff game."
Yeah,
like that shit is fucking crazy to think about.
It is dope.
It is insane to think about, and not once throughout this season, throughout even the rough stretch. I've kind of like held firm to like I think we're still going to win a playoff game. I never questioned making the playoffs. I think that was a gimme, especially how this NFC North division started to begin the year. It's like this was ours. Even like the people tonight rooting for the Seattle Seahawks to lose. Fuck that. I want seeding. Currently, as it sits, the Philadelphia Eagles have the number 2 seed. I don't have to go to Philly for an NFC championship. I want to have it here in Detroit. So let's fucking root for Seattle to win that game, although no Geno Smith, but looking like no Geno Smith. But I want the Eagles to lose. I want to get the number 2 seed. And I don't remember where the fuck I was going with this one.
I mean,
it's
a win-win because
James
they clinch if Philly wins too. So
yeah,
it's a
win-win.
win-win.
But we're going though. You know what I'm saying? I don't really care like clinching. They're going to the playoffs. They're winning the division.
There's only one scenario where the Lions don't make the playoffs, and it's like an 11 game.
Yeah,
I think
it's like 99% right now.
Yeah,
but that's what I was gonna say to the slappy shit real quick before we go to break. Once we started thinking about envisioning that home game, that's what Stick asked. He's like, "Have you allowed yourself to envision a Super Bowl?" And I was like, "No, actually, I haven't." And he's like, "Well, the home playoff game is coming." And then I started, my brain started painting a little picture, and then
the path.
Yeah, the path started getting drawn up in my head, and I just pictured James Houston back out there. And I was like, "Bro, once this kid comes back and he's like in shape, like where he was, like last year,
it would be nice.
You know, I can start painting a picture of James Houston's back. I'm just saying. I can paint myself a little bit of a picture. As long as we evade the 49ers, of course. That is still a scary team.
So is
Philly.
Philly.
Some nightmares.
Yeah.
Philly's not scary anymore. I think
Philly just played a gauntlet of games.
Yeah, they did. And Jalen Hurts dealing with. By the way, NFL.
He's playing.
Sit him.
He's already playing.
For health and safety protocols you're so concerned about, you're going to let Jalen Hurts' sick ass go out there, touch the football every single play, pass it to his teammates, his running backs, on top of guys touching his asshole for touchdowns. Get that shit out of here. Roger Goodell, step up, sit his ass.
He's playing.
For the sake of the National Football League and my fantasy season.
He's confirmed to play.
But mostly my fantasy season.
Hey, I'm not worried about the Eagles, man, because guess who's calling that defense?
Yeah,
good
Matt
old
Patricia.
Matty P.
I mean,
boy.
he's a good defensive coordinator. He's a shit head coach, but he's a good defensive coordinator.
That's fair.
Let me tell you guys about Guardian Alarm.
Speaking of defense.
Guardian Alarm customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians will take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night, and no Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security research technology has been proven to work, and people have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800-STAY-UP. That's 1-800-STAY. And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Out!
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. How would you like to win not one, but two vehicles of your choice? One for you and one for your wife, your girlfriend, or your best bud. Get to Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut and automatically enter for your chance to win. Courtesy of Les Stanford Buick GMC of Ferndale. Lady Jane's, open 7 days a week, walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
This holiday season at Dispo Dispensary, they'll be giving away $200 in store gift cards. It's $200. And you guys, I've said this before, when I say cannabis, I don't want you to just think about cannabis specifically. This is cannabis products. I'm talking about cannabis cheese puffs. I'm talking about cannabis chocolate bars, cannabis lotions, cannabis creams, cheese puffs.
Oh,
yes. Cannabis lemonade, cannabis dry lemonade, little, you know what I'm saying? You put the little sprinkles in it, whatever. They got cannabis products, anything you could think of. I don't think they have anything sexual yet. I don't know why my mind went there. But Dispo Dispensary's got it. They got the best stuff. And make sure you stop by Dispo Dispensary. Visit Santa every other Friday for the holiday extravaganza.
Dollar store.
Not while I'm there. Not while it's on the screen. What up, though? Welcome back to What Waits Live on Sports.com. I'm boy Eazy. Joe, my guy, Spin More Racks.
What up, though?
Young Chris. JB Spoon was gone. We got Kenny G in the building. Yeah. And Kenny G, I'm 300 pounds by itself. My heart's already at risk. But during the break, you brought up something that... I'm skipping beats a little bit.
We was talking about it a little during the watch party too, man. But just imagine Ford Field, home playoff game, Lions' first home playoff game in ever, as Matt Stafford comes through that tunnel with the LA Rams. Sean McVay, Jared Goff's former coach. What you feel about that, man? Do the Lions win that playoff game?
I think they do. I think they do.
Okay.
I think they would beat the Rams at home, but it's tough, man. If anybody knows Jared Goff's weaknesses and tendencies, it would be Sean McVay.
Aaron Donald.
If anybody knows a good, scheme to cook up to try to get Jared Goff uncomfortable and take away the things he likes to do, it would be Sean McVay. And Matt Stafford, we know what he looked like in the playoffs for the Rams when they won the Super Bowl. He was making all the throws. He was looking amazing. They look pretty good. Kyron Williams looks pretty damn good. They got a couple receivers over there that are making plays, and they still do have Aaron Donald. But I do think that the Lions
cry right now.
I do think the Lions would still win that game. I think they're a better team than the
You think?
Rams.
Can that defense hold up against Puka Nacua and Cooper
I
Kupp,
think
bro?
they can. I think it's.
He's lying through his fucking teeth right now.
You're
lying through your fucking teeth.
This is a
think the
realistic
Lions,
possibility.
It would be a shootout for sure. It would be a shootout for sure because the Lions can't get to the quarterback that much.
Yeah.
And Matt Stafford is very good at evading sacks and keeping plays alive. On top of having that cannon arm,
stop talking.
And two great receivers on the outside in Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. It will be a shootout. It will be a fun game to watch, but I do think the Lions would be able to win.
What you think, Eazy?
Brother, I'd be scared shitless. I would be scared. I mean, there's multiple names in that Rams setting where I would just fucking shit my pants a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. If this defense was like a little bit more, if I was a little bit more sure of this defense, if I could see them cash in a few more games, I'll get talking saucy. And I'll definitely be talking saucy when it come game time because I'm a Detroit Lions fan. But like, don't get it twisted. This Matthew Stafford.
Hey, but like you said, CJ, GJ, James Houston back for that first playoff game.
That would help.
That would help.
Sure.
That would help. That would help. Listen, bro. The way this defense has looked throughout the season against capable quarterbacks has not been pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And Matthew Stafford is a more than capable quarterback. He is that next level. And then show us Sean McVay.
Yeah.
And the other thing that scared me too, I had higher hopes, but then Spinney went ahead and said it during the fucking break. If there's any there's any coach that knows how to shut down Jared Goff, it's the guy who literally fucking got rid of him because of his limitations.
It would be him or
and
Bill
Sean
Belichick.
McVay.
Those are like the two.
And then on top of that, I think his name is Byron Mitchell or something. There's some rookie defensive tackle who was drafted after Broderick Martin, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, he's killing it this year.
Well, I mean,
and then there's fucking.
when you're lining up next to Aaron Donald,
I mean,
that's
I can
that's
get
cool.
to the quarterback. If Aaron Donald's next to me.
But Aaron Donald too, bro.
What you think, Chris?
I don't know.
I'm working on a poll. Give me a second here.
Okay.
Give me a second here.
I gotta find that.
Answer 14. Spenny, come on, man. You got to have more faith. I just said they were going to win. Like, what?
Just think the most SOL thing of all time.
Bro.
would
Like, I
be
literally
Matt
just
Stafford
I said I think they're going to
I think
win.
there's a little PTSD in it too because that would be some Detroit Lions ass shit to happen.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Like, because like the one that hits me and hurts me the most and made me start to feel like this team was actually cursed was like that year where Cutler went down and got hurt, and then Rodgers went down and got hurt,
and they still didn't win.
And they still didn't win the fucking division.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, how?
They're winning the division though.
And then you had the Dallas Cowboys game where the pickup flag, and then like we were winning that game, they just stopped like fucking doing anything. I was like, how? Just I have a little PTSD from that too, and it would just how fitting from that narrative would it be for Matthew Stafford to win a playoff game in Ford Field, and then not be in a Detroit Lions
That would
uniform?
be heartbreaking.
That'd be fucking
after winning the Super Bowl the year after he left us.
Yeah, man, it'd be sickening, man.
That might solidify his Hall of Fame bid right there, man.
That'd be heartbreaking.
Insane,
man.
Chris, what were you about to say?
That's why, to me, I'm looking at down the stretch with this team. I'm looking at how they start games because that's going to be very important for the playoffs because, look, they are going to be hosting that game, so obviously the energy there is going to be insane. It's going to be one of the best sports moments in Detroit in the last couple of decades. But if it gets off to a slow start or a shaky start, the energy in that building is quickly going to turn against the Lions. So I have to see how the Lions start. To me, that's going to be a key no matter who they face, and that's why coming down the stretch, I got to see how they play. But when it comes to the Rams, I think you definitely have concern there. I think it's very real to have concern. I think that's of the possible teams you could play, that's probably very high up there in the concerns, and not just for the story aspect, but just because of the talent and the way they're playing right now and the way they seem to be kind of peaking, just as you hope the Lions are. So they're a formidable team, and that's a team that I would take the Lions, but it makes you a little nervous. It's not an easy first round playoff like you think. It's not your typical 2-7. I'll tell you that.
Would you be hurt in that scenario? I mean, obviously you'd be hurt in that scenario.
Yeah, of course.
But like,
I'd be devastated.
Would there be some part of you that's like,
no,
understood the matchup or no?
No, if we lose in the playoffs, I'm gonna be upset, extremely upset.
Yeah, no matter who it is.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who beats us. I'm gonna be mad.
What's like when we?
Unless it's the 49ers, then it's like, I mean,
I'll only say this too because when we lost to the Bears, like 2 weeks now or a week ago, I was like, kind of seeing that as a game they weren't going to do well in. You know
I don't care. Playoffs it's a week-to-week basis. It's win or go home.
Yeah.
You better bring your fucking 100% best game you play all year, every single week in the playoffs. Because if you don't, you're getting your shit sent packing.
Where you at, Kenny G?
It's tough, man. It's tough. I'm a big Stafford fan. The Rams are hot right now. I gotta go my boys, man. But it would be like Spinny said, a shootout of the highest order, close game. It's like you don't want to see a first round matchup like that. You're hoping you can maybe get Minnesota a third time or something like that, but you definitely don't want to see Stafford come in here and possibly make Lions history in the worst way, you know. But I would go with my boys, man. They've gave me no reason to believe that they can't win a game like that. They've been resilient all year, and we would just have to line it up and see. But definitely an intriguing matchup with Sean McVay coaching Jared Goff before. And yeah, Stafford coming in here through that Ford Field tunnel one more time, man. Like, I almost want to see it. I almost want to see it.
I do. Part of me does want to see it, like the dramatics.
That would be great. That would be a great storyline.
Yeah,
and like
man.
I said, I think the Lions would win.
It writes itself, yeah.
Yeah, I do think the Lions would win if that was the matchup. But it'd be a shootout.
It would be a shootout. That's all I concluded to in my head just now. I'm sorry, guys. I know you want me to sit up here and tell you it's fucking Super Bowl bound, but it's like my head tries to be non-biased. I try to analytically break it down and how I can see it going. It'd be a good game.
It would.
And that's like the bias part of me saying it'd be a good game. It's they're built.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing too, is like Saturday you beat a team above 500. They're one game above 500. Does anybody think the Broncos are ending the season above 500?
Maybe, but not really.
Right? So it's like
I just can't with these people, man.
On the season, we have yet to like do that yet. Cash in a W against like a team that's going to be in the playoffs here. So it's like I get. I'm a Lions fan, yes, but if I'm being realistic, it's like I really don't know what to expect when they do go up against like a team of like playoff caliber. The situation we have seen have been pretty.
Against Dallas.
Yeah, we will see
Dallas is
against
the measuring stick game. Yeah, that's what it's looking like.
That measuring stick gets shorter, by the way. Pause. Like because of the ass whooping they just took in Buffalo.
I mean, well, Dallas hasn't beat anybody with a pulse either, except for the Eagles.
I want to hear you talk about this more because you've been the guy saying they're going to win by 50.
Yeah, I said they're going to put up 50. I didn't say win by 50. I said they're going to put up 50. And that Dallas offense at home I still have a lot of concerns about that. And we'll see. I mean, the Lions will be able to run the ball on them, so hopefully they establish that. They don't turn the ball over at all. But you got playmakers on that Dallas side of the defense. You know, when you look at Micah Parsons, Deron Bland, you got Stephon Gilmore. Yeah. So you're gonna have to be careful going into Jerry's world. It's not gonna be easy. That's why the Cowboys play like world beaters. So
I don't think that Dallas defense has another game like that, man. Because you think Michael Parsons didn't do jack
listen, man.
shit. So
the Detroit Lions would cash in one like that against them too. I'm telling you.
It was on the road in a rainy, cold Buffalo afternoon.
Bills Mafia.
Yeah, like that's not gonna be the Detroit Lions coming into your town, into Jerry's world.
But Dallas ain't doing any type of work like that against these rushing teams. That's why the 49ers whooped the shit out of them too.
That is their weakness, the rushing.
You completely eliminate the danger of Micah Parsons when you're running that football. And that's what the Detroit Lions do the best.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who we face all season. I think only the Rams were the one. I'm sorry, not the Rams. I apologize. The Ravens were the only team that kind of like shut down a run game. But if I'm not mistaken, wasn't David hurt for that game? Montgomery?
The Ravens game?
Yeah, wasn't he out for that game?
The Ravens game? I can't remember.
I think he was. I think it was just Jameer.
I remember Jameer Gibbs getting a lot of touches.
Yeah, I think David was out for that one. But that's the only team that's been able to stop this run offense.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think we would have that, and again, going against the Cowboys, to just neutralize Micah Parsons a little bit. And then,
I mean, if you take care of the ball and you run the ball, you'll be able to beat a lot of teams. But
that's what we do. I mean, top 3 in the league at doing it.
What we do best.
It's just my only concern going against Dallas. It's really not going against that defense unless you're trying as much.
Can Philly run the ball? Philly can run the ball.
They can.
And they went in there and Dallas dominated.
I don't think they run the ball like us though. Philly's not running the ball like us.
You don't think their offensive line is good enough?
No, they're not doing it like we are. That's like I think that's like a factual statement. You mean by the numbers? Pull it up. I think we're top 3. It's us, the Ravens, which obviously some of those yards are coming from. Eliminate. We pull it up. The rushing offenses. Eliminate these guys who are running quarterbacks. I guess keep the Ravens because they're just good at it regardless. But I think.
How about Keaton Mitchell yesterday, man?
Heartbreaking, man. He was an explosive piece of that team. And like as a football fan, that one just sucks because like he was. Listen, I think the Ravens were a team that threat to go all the way, and he was a big piece of that. He is fucking dangerous, but.
No, yeah, the Lions are second behind the Ravens, and then it's the Niners, Dolphins, Bears, Bills, Cardinals.
Cardinals?
Hey,
Falcons.
Who the Cardinals beat?
Cardinals beat the Cowboys.
Cardinals beat the Cowboys. I'm telling you, the run game, it just eliminates Micah Parsons from the game. Because not only are you not getting an opportunity to sack a quarterback, but then if you throw these play actions in there, which we're great at, by the way. Jared Goff is great at play action. I've always said that, no matter what type of game he's had. Micah Parsons questioning, he's standing out there on the edge waiting. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just a different game plan. Where I'm concerned facing the Cowboys is our defense.
I feel like the Bears, Cardinals, Falcons, and Browns are in there because they can't throw the ball. So, like, they got to run
automatically.
Yeah.
Bears, Cardinals, Broncos. Yeah, that's fair. But either way, the Lions is one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah, number two.
The Eagles, they used to, but like they're getting up there.
They've
had
got
some.
Swift.
Yeah,
they don't have a real good running back.
He just hasn't cashed anything like consistently.
Mm-hmm.
By the way,
and they played some real good defenses lately.
That too, but also, I kind of want to throw a fuck you to Swift. Like the one time you're gonna be healthy, you just never played 16 games a year, but now we fucking like.
I swear. That's why I didn't agree with Maz's point that we shouldn't have kept him. He wasn't going to do that here.
No.
Like, I think his time was up here. He sat through the Patricia era.
Mm-hmm.
He already had a bad taste in his mouth behind that.
Yeah.
And then we go out and draft Gibbs. I mean, that was probably the straw that broke the camel's back. So
another thing too. Remember what Deuce Staley's criticism was back in Hard Knocks.
Yeah.
He's not tough enough.
Yeah.
He wants to play through a certain shit.
And then we saw it as the season went on. We kind of start seeing a little bit like, oh, he might be right. Yeah.
Like the Eagles put up 185 rushing yards on the Bills.
Yeah,
so
he
like,
would too.
Ain't Swift from Philly too?
Yeah,
he wasn't gonna do that for us, man. He wasn't gonna do that here, especially in a limited role in a third, running back role. Like he wasn't gonna do that.
That is just a crazy stretch of games for the Eagles, dude. Cowboys, Chiefs, Bills, Niners, Cowboys.
Damn.
And now you're playing the Seahawks, which is that's not an easy game.
But
holy shit, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, we have a better run game than the Eagles. That's for damn sure. But the only thing that makes me nervous facing that Cowboys team would be our defense, because CeeDee Lamb, maybe we limit him a little bit, but then you got Brandon Cooks, so I'm like, who the fuck's guarding that speed? Like, we got Branch, but Branch is also a rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Cooks is like so good, and I know I'm not like saying top 10 or anything like that, but he's been in the league a long, long time.
Yeah,
and he's has that longevity because he's
got
not just
1,000-yard
fast.
season with like 5 different teams.
Yeah. And that's different systems, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's not just fast; he's smart. He's a smart receiver. So it would just be a matchup issue. It's gonna be a good fucking game, man. I hate that I'm looking over the Vikings. Anybody nervous about the Vikings, by the way?
Nah.
It comes down to quarterback play.
Yeah.
It really does. And honestly, if you got a question mark at quarterback, I'm feeling very comfortable with what the Lions have going up against that.
Wait, who's got a question mark at quarterback?
Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
So, them having that question mark versus, like, somebody that you know is competent or on Goff's level, then that's when it gets really nervous. Not saying that, some less than questionable quarterbacks have carved up the Lions' defense before. That has happened. But I just look at that. When you have such an advantage at the quarterback position and you have home field advantage and a coaching advantage, they have some weapons, but that talent doesn't scare me.
Yeah. Maybe I would have been more worried if they beat the Bengals, but that Bengals loss was a shot in the heart.
Yeah.
Like,
Nick Mullins did not look good. I wouldn't be surprised if Dobbs plays against the Lions, though.
That would be smart on their part.
That's what I would do if I was Minnesota. I would start Dobbs against the Lions.
They're not going to, though.
Tell us about Mark White.
Real quick, too. They're not going to be able to run the ball on us. We have a damn good run defense. I think it's like forgotten.
I'm still more nervous about the Packers, even though I know, they just got lit
they're
up.
Limited, yeah. Well, they're eliminated from just even. I don't think. Well, they got eliminated from the playoffs this weekend, didn't they?
Who, the Packers?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did. I could be wrong.
Maybe.
Anyway, let me tell you guys about my guy, Mark White. Mark White gonna do you right. Save you $5,000, up to $5,000 on your closing costs when you get your new home through my guy Mark White. That's markwhitesells.com, or give him a call at 248-290-8242. Again, that's markwhitesells.com. Mark White gonna get you right.
Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That is exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC, the same great service that customers have come to know and trust. On Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn today and find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WoodsportsSports.com. I'm Eazy, Smo Rex, Young Chris, Kenny G on the ones and twos. If you guys haven't already, please make sure you hit that like button. It means the world to us. And it's also Chris Platte's birthday.
Shout out.
Happy birthday to the birthday bitch.
Thank you. At the last segment, I'm gonna throw up my major Pistons parlay, and we're gonna see if we win some big cash. I did a crazy payout.
All right, fuck it. Screenshot it.
Yeah,
Screenshot
I got it.
Happy birthday, bitch.
You just tell me happy birthday, my birthday, bitch.
Yeah.
Bring me a birthday present at my birthday party on my
don't
birthday.
play the worst birthday song ever, Ratchet Girl Happy Birthday by Drake.
Why is it the worst birthday song ever?
Girl, it's your brrr. Come on, bro. That shit was corny.
By the way, Jake brrr. Well, I'll tell you about Joe Burrow.
Jake brrr.
Jeff kind of tried to make it like I was saying like Joe was bad or mid or anything.
You think
like
Joe Burrow's mid?
I don't think Joe Burrow's mid. I think Joe Burrow's good. I just don't think he's as good as people make him out to be.
You said
I don't
he
have
was
him in
Jared
a
Goff.
I don't have him in an elite category. And I said this before the season, by the way, too. But I just mentioned like, okay, like he is good. I'll give him that. He reads defense really well. He's timed really well, and he has good accuracy. But you also have fucking Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and Zach Taylor's a good coach too. You got Joe Mixon on top of that.
What about his O-line?
His O-line, Jake Brown's got that same O-line, don't he?
I mean, yeah, but
he got 2 W's.
That's 2 W's though. Come on now.
Yeah, that's I'm just saying.
You don't think Joe Burrow would have won those games?
Man.
Jake Brown won those games too. He's just proving my point. That's all I'm saying. He set up real nice.
Are you putting him on a tier?
He's got great wide receivers.
Is he not set up real nice?
He's got great wide receivers.
All right. That's all I'm saying. He's still good. I'm just like, and I'm glad that obviously Patrick Mahomes went and dismantled the fucking having him on the same level. That shit was ridiculous anyway.
Yeah.
But I just think there's a Mahomes, there's a Josh Allen. Me personally, I don't give a fuck. You guys feel how you want. Me personally, a Justin Herbert, and then I would have a Joe Burrow. Trevor
You got
Lawrence.
Justin
Trevor
Herbert
Lawrence used to be
over
above.
Joe Cool?
Huh?
You got Justin Herbert over Joe Cool?
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Lamar?
Absolutely. All right, how about this?
Joe Cool is done more than
Give
Herbert,
me. Oh, he's a better team.
Way more.
Better coach too, by the way.
Who has the better team? I mean, Justin Herbert got a damn good team. The coach sucked. But I mean,
Justin Herbert doesn't play one game this year, and the Broncos or in the Chargers give up 63 points to Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, come on now.
That's my point. Joe Burrow loses. He's gone. Jay Brown got 2 W's. Who's got a better team?
Oh, the Bengals got a better team.
I'm just saying. All right, then do me this too, Kenny G.
All right.
What are Joe Burrow's elite traits?
What is elite traits?
Yeah.
His composure.
His coolness.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a bit.
He's got an elite arm.
Yeah, he's accurate as hell.
I don't know if he got an elite arm.
He's got an elite arm.
He's got a really good arm.
You're just fucking hating right now.
Maybe I do homework on the arm. I just think my man's blessed.
He's got an elite arm. He's got great.
He is good.
He's got fantastic. He's got elite
levels.
pocket presence.
If I had to tier my quarterbacks, maybe I should have did this as a segment. We'll do a segment tomorrow in the show or something like that. But like, tier 1, because if Jeff has his way, I'll just make a god tier for Mahomes. That's cool, whatever. Tier 2, I think I
Jake
Josh
Browning.
Allen, Jake Cool. Jake Cool. Yeah, Joe Burrow just fucking dresses cool. That's why the media loves it.
That's a little more than that.
That's too far.
Honestly, though, like
he does dress cool.
Eazy could have won the Heisman at LSU with the team they had. It was stacked, bro. He was throwing to Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson in college. Like what?
CEH.
Thaddeus Moss.
Derek Stingley.
Yeah.
Yeah, that squad. Either way, tier 2, Herbert, Josh Allen.
I'm starting to cool on Herbert a little bit, man.
Huh?
I'm starting to cool on Herbert a little bit.
Why?
I haven't seen him transcend or bring his team W's, man. They don't win because of him a lot of times, if you think about it.
They
win because of him.
Yeah, if they win, they're winning because of Herbert.
Come on.
I don't see it.
It's
man.
very similar to the Stafford with his bad coaching here, too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you're making excuses for him.
Yeah, wait till Ben Johnson goes to LA.
I'm not making excuses for him. I mean, that's the reality of the situation.
He's good. I'm not arguing that at
really
all.
good.
He's up there, but I'm starting to come down on him a little bit.
I think it's more of a coaching situation too.
That's true. We got to see what he does with a different coach and
hey,
coordinator.
when Ben Johnson gets there next year, we're gonna see.
It'll be something to see.
We're gonna see when Ben Johnson gets there. It's gonna be fucking deadly, mate. How about this too? I love him, obviously.
Jeff Olson said can't talk elite quarterbacks without mentioning Baker Mayfield.
Jesus.
Baker Mayfield.
Bro balled this week.
He did, though.
Baker Mayfield was a 5-touchdown game.
Nobody saw that.
And Lambo.
No, I'm saying like just in his career.
Oh, in his career.
He's got like 2 5-touchdown games. That's the threshold of elite quarterbacks. Jameson Winston got one too. Daniel Jones.
Goff.
Jared Goff. Elite quarterbacks. Only elite quarterbacks get 5-touchdown games.
It's true.
That's the state. Is my mic messed up right now? I can't
Maxim.
tell.
Nah.
All right, cool. All right, damn, I was gonna ask something. I don't remember what it was.
Ben
now.
Johnson ain't leaving, says Mike K.
Oh yeah, damn.
Shit, good luck with that.
That was
I
cool.
mean,
Unless they throw the bag, he's gone.
yeah,
There's too many good
they threw
jobs
him a
out
bag
there.
to keep him this year.
I mean, unless that story gets out, unless that Ben Johnson story gets out,
Yeah,
he
was wilding at the club the other night.
He
That shit was
did burn my
crazy,
crops.
He did burn my crops.
No, what I've been hearing though is Belichick might be a consideration for that Chargers job though. What do you think of Belichick with the Chargers?
Well, this is what I was gonna
I
say
don't know
because
if Belichick's coaching style is going to work in the NFL.
I don't think so either.
as much as I love Ermanni,
But
as
he's
much as
gonna
I love
chase the
Maz, when they were talking about fucking
Brad Holmes
jumping ship to go do the same job elsewhere, I love you guys. Shut the fuck. That's bull. That ain't that, bro. What the fuck are we doing? That is never happening. However,
Ben Johnson.
Yeah.
Ben Johnson and Ray Agnew. Ray Agnew, the assistant GM for the Detroit Lions now.
Sure.
He's the one that I think it was him and Brad when they discovered Jameer together. Ray Agnew's a big piece. That's why every time Brad Holmes does a lot of these press conferences, who's he have next to him? Ray Agnew.
Yeah.
Who's going to these press conferences in training for GMs and head coaches? Ray Agnew. That's a piece I am a little bit nervous about worrying about. Brad Holmes ain't going nowhere.
Ray Agnew's gone for sure.
But if I am whoever the fuck owns the Chargers, and I'm sorry for swearing if you got kids in the car, that's why I'm.
Fuck them kids.
Give me
Fuck
Ray
them
Agnew.
kids.
Give me Ben Johnson. Because not only are they both good at what they do, but they also been hands-on with turning around what's been over here in Detroit. That's the only things I can see switching up. Bill Belichick, he might retire, bro. I don't fucking. I mean,
That's true, but I don't
what's his
trust
contract?
Chargers ownership, man. They might not get it right. So
Ooh, right when I started asking,
they messed up that time.
Yeah, I did it. That's my fault.
Stop touching shit, bro.
I'm trying to fix it.
It was fine. Just stop touching it.
And I
It's
just
good.
fixed it. Well, it's fixed because I touched it.
No, it was fixed.
Shut the
And then you
fuck.
started
Shut your
touching it again.
fucking mouth, mate.
Well, I can't hear you. Your mic's going out. All right, tell us about Glorious, Chris.
That was the A1 gaslight right there. Glorious Cannabis is back with a new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good. It's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years, which may be coming soon and may be featuring a former Lions quarterback. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of your Detroit football. If you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, you are missing out. They are so smooth. You can find them at Digital Dispensary and get them 25% off using the promo code Woodward at checkout. Visit gloriouscanna.com.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White and Associates, you can cancel at any time for any reason without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. Join today for just $1 down, $10 a month. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Your childhood may be over, but Playtime
Don't
is
fret.
not Outdoor Equipment Company's your source for outdoor
But
power
you're in luck like a
equipment,
clover.
sales, service, and parts. Carrying top brands such as Bad Boy, LS Tractor, Steel, and more. Servicing the Great Lakes regional locations of Metro Detroit and Greater Lansing. For more information, visit us at OutdoorEquipmentCo.com. Outdoor Equipment Co., your power equipment playground.
Yes, sir.
What up, though? Welcome to the closing segment of the Woodward Heavyweights live on WoodwardSports.com at Speakeasy Sports _ at Spinmo Racks at the Real Platte
Yeah,
and then at
that's
Kenny
me.
G. What was your name again?
The real Chris Platte.
The
Not
Real Chris
fake
Platte.
one.
Nice to meet you, brother.
Christina
Not
Plate.
fake
It's your birthday, right?
It is. It
Happy
is.
birthday,
Happy birthday, bitch.
Happy birthday to the birthday bitch.
How you gonna be a fucking birthday present on my birthday party? Mailbag segment. Drop your questions. I saw one below.
Oh, this ought to be good.
I'm gonna scroll past it. There was one comment I saw by Elway. Shout out to
While
the
you're
Sports
looking,
Chat.
you want me to throw up my parlay?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah, fuck it. It's your
All right.
birthday. Do what you want.
Birthday to the birthday bitch.
So I did a massive 10-way
Shit.
parlay.
Hey, yo.
10-way on the Pistons?
10-way on the Pistons game. Don't trust me. It's not favorable for the Pistons. But I did it, and I threw 10 on it plus a boost, plus 100% boost. So it ended up being $10 to win almost 5.5 G's.
Nice.
So I sat here and I cooked it up. So Kay Cunningham, 35 combined points, assists, rebounds with no Duren. He's been upticking rebounds. So you're thinking 25 and then 10 between assists and assists and rebounds. That's pretty easy. He averages about 6 assists. Trae Young, 4 threes. He shoots 9 a game. The Hawks are 2-8, so I'm betting on a big bounce back game from Trae. 2 blocks from Asar. 2 blocks from Asar. 2 steals from Trae. Pistons are one of the worst turnover teams in the NBA. Kay Cunningham to get 20 points. Bojan Bogdanovic to get 20 points. Asar Thompson to get a double-double because I'm betting on him getting 10 points and 10 rebounds. So those are 2 of the other legs. And 2 blocks for Capella. So when you look at all of them, they're like, okay, none of those are like too crazy of a stretch. Obviously, the odds of all of those things happening is why the payout is the payout. But
Yeah.
I like those. So you can even shorten it. Cut out a few that you don't like, trim out the fat a little bit. But that and the boost gave it to that very nice payout. And if that hits, man, you only see me next week.
The only parts I don't like is
what do you say?
Oh no, the only parts I don't like is the Asar 2 blocks and Trae Young. Yeah, he might get over 4 threes, but I just feel like he might hit 3 exactly. I just got a feeling he's gonna hit 3 exactly.
No, for sure. I don't like betting when it comes to player threes more than like 3 usually because
always
it's
tell
like
you not to do that.
That is pretty hard. Like I like betting on 1 or 2 threes from like a bunch of guys. If you do that and parlay that, like you actually end up getting some good odds. So that's something I've been doing to win some money. But I just feel like Trae Young is going to have a bounce back game. This Detroit perimeter defense is weak. I mean, these bigs just always leave them high and dry. Wiseman is always a step late to contest on every single 3. So Trae Young, I think, is going to have a bounce back game. And Atlanta needs this. They're 2-8. They're kind of spiraling a little bit. This is the game that they're going to get right because it's the Pistons, and the Pistons don't ever get right.
So the Pistons win is what you're saying?
No, just the opposite.
Fuck no, baby.
Just the opposite.
Mailbag question, Spinny. Who's a bigger fraud? Oh, I just lost it. Just scrolled. Is Russell Wilson, Dak Prescott, or Colby Covington?
Ooh, well, Russell Wilson's out. He won a Super Bowl. Dak or Kobe? It's tough.
Colby.
Probably Dak because he hasn't won a playoff game.
I'm going Colby Covington because he doesn't want a fucking title fight.
Hey,
he's been gifted 3
did that go in?
chances. No, it didn't.
Oh.
I'm going Colby Covington. He fucking choked so hard. Talked him shit. Literally got his jaw broken the first time. Second time was a good fight. Still lost. And then third time against Leon Edwards. Literally talked about this guy's dead father. And then threw like fucking 4 punches in the first round. Kobe
You are
Covington.
my special.
And he's never beaten anybody top 5, except for top 15. That's even a bigger fucking landscape not to beat anyone. Except for Tyron Woodley on his way out. And he was fucking 40 years old and retired.
Yeah.
He's on his way to fighting Jake Paul. I saw another mailbag in here somewhere.
You are my special.
That was a play a song. Mailbag. You think Stafford's guilt plays into his mentals during the game and causes him to throw a couple pick sixes?
Yeah, I didn't understand.
What guilt would he have?
His white guilt.
God,
I'm just so privileged.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that'll get into everybody's.
Just throw up all this young black man. Blue.
Here you go, buddy.
Yeah. Fuck, I don't even have a black receiver on my team.
My ancestors are from Texas too. Shit.
Oh man.
Stafford has absolutely no guilt.
No. You can't.
That'll do it for us today.
And he's got ice in his veins too.
That'll do it for us today. Appreciate y'all tapping in.
Mailbag. So who's taking
Make sure
Chris
you
to
like
the
and share
strip
the
club
stream.
tonight?
For Eazy, for Kenny, for the birthday bitch, Chris Platte.
Birthday
I
bitch.
am Spencer Extra. We are the
Birthday
Woodward Heavyweights.
bitch.
We'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Hit the like
Peace.
button for the birthday bitch.